We on now.
Okay. So what is the topic for today?
We on, Mr. Davis. Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Long time no see. we long time, Mr. Davis. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Are you?
God is good. What can we say? Well, the craziness going on in the world. We are alive, so thank God. We are alive and praying for our nation, our continent, right? Yes.
I'm praying for everywhere, everybody in the world.
Right. The world is so crazy today. I don't know what is going on, but God needs to take control. Hey guys, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It was it namaste, whatever you're watching up from. Thank you for joining us this evening. Please share the show. Please continue to share. We haven't been on for a while now because a lot of things, a lot of problem. Everybody, kind of going through, like we always say, life. And when it hits and it get busy, we kind of, lay back a little. But not that we forgot y'all or we forgot about Liberia. No, it just things just got a little busy. So please share, and come back. Let's talk about the good, bad, and ugly of Liberia. Boy, Mister, there is so many things to talk about that had happened while we were, you know, off.
We're going to be complete everything today.
Okay. Exactly. We were not because I mean, what should we talk about? Should we start from the whole Ghana and Liberia social media war? Or should we talk about the madness that Guinea, uh, uh, what should I say, the overgrown cooch that Guinea is smoking right now? Or drinking, whatever they're doing, whatever is going on with them. I mean, is that what we're supposed to talk about? It's just so much that is going on in the country and around the world today. Like I said earlier, that is some of it is scary. Some of it like, gosh, what is going on, Lord? Like, sometimes I just pause, Mr. Davis, and be like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? Everywhere is just chaotic.
I don't know. Is it maybe the end times is coming according to the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
When the end time coming, you're going to see a lot of rumors of war and war. This one are not even rumor. Some people are going to be taking advantage over the smaller one, that what Guinea is carrying on my island now, taking advantage over Liberia and Sierra Leone, which is very wrong. If they two countries then join together, they say they're going to move from Guinea militarily. Guinea going to suffer it because we get long bullet posts all the way to the capital. So only country that get capital close to Guinea is Sierra Leone. Liberia get far capital away from there. So what we order, that's not the best thing Guinea government should be
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. We
No
don't
matter
want it
how
to.
happy, they
Mm,
get errors from the other side and they get errors from the local side. And
right.
when you go to the Guinea side, are the same tribal people living there. So they sort of negotiate and see what's going on instead of them crossing militarily and come to another land violating our
That
so
is crazy.
yeah. So I was just thinking about it. I say yeah. If Liberia was say close, very close tie with America, then America feeling telling Guinea warning.
Is that if Liberia was still close tied with America? What do you mean?
That if Liberia was very close, America already needed Liberia. Donald Trump feeling sending them warning. You see they'll go far away from that border.
But the thing about it is, Donald Trump got his own hands full right now.
If you're a headphone, you will still shaking it.
His hand is full. Like there's no way, and I don't think Donald Trump got any more something to tell someone to not do. You know, what they're doing. When they'll say, "Well, how dare you? You did it to Venezuela. You're doing, you're invading other country right now." So I don't know if he's the right preacher for that message right now.
The message Cuba is next.
You see, that's what I'm saying. He got his hands full right now. We
But
don't even want anything to happen like that because the thing is, we're talking about all of the African countries are just being so silly and not being, we're supposed to be kind of coming together and being taking care of our continent and doing all of that. Like, what is this? This is not what we want. It's definitely not what we want. War or whatever. Maybe Guinea haven't tested it before, so they think it's something nice. But Liberia and Sierra Leone have tasted war, and I don't think that's the last thing on their mind to be thinking about war at this point. They're rebuilding, and both countries are still struggling, right, in a rebuilding process. So that's the last thing they want to think about right now. With that, they're not just going to sit there and somebody, keep something on it if they don't stop. But I think they would take all the diplomatic means that they can take, which is very, I think that's the right thing they should do, and try to warn that dude to back off.
I'm looking at it the other way too. Is this Russia trying to use Guinea to provoke America, or what they're trying to do? I was
Russia.
looking. Because Russian soldiers, they're not far from Guinea. They raid Mali.
Yeah, well, what would you say about Sierra Leone there?
In Burkina Faso, they get in Mali, they get in Niger. They training.
Well, if you're going by that theory, what would you say about what they started with Sierra Leone? What would you say about that?
Maybe they were testing Great Britain too.
Mr. David, no, be testing everybody for what? For what?
So maybe because I think they not test Africa too, so maybe they will do it because not
I
everybody.
don't think, I don't think Africa's like Sierra Leone and Liberia. I'm pretty sure they're stronger than those two. So
You can't get Mano River, treat it, then you jumping over it to go into somebody else's territory. They say the part belong to Guinea. What make it Guinea? Somebody like an independent 1847, you like an independent 1950. I don't know what thing.
it's ridiculous.
So I don't understand.
Ridiculous. Okay.
Like Liberia will be telling you that our territory there. But they also go to our government official. Instead of paying attention to the military and equate the military, they equate their stomach and buy a car for their girlfriends, and I think that all they can do. After some time, they see them man out, the former minister is walking by line, counting left, all of them, let's say, keke, all of them doing keke, I have most of the government official low. So instead of them say, okay, this year we give 10% to the military. Instead of 10%, they give more percent to the legislatures, also representative. What can protect anybody? When they can't, all they're going to do is flight. Everybody get on plane, they run away from Liberia. But we're going to stay on the ground to suffer it is citizens and the military people. They're going to stay on the ground to suffer it, and they don't have enough money. Now the only best thing Liberia can do is, if in case it happen, I know it will never happen. Liberia can use guerrilla warfare.
What is that?
If you know the rebel, they were fighting.
Birds laughing. Hey, what's that? You see the weapon the boy had today? I mean, shout out to Foya and stuff, but sugar cane and all her weapon. When I saw that today, I was going to hungry for sugar cane. But anyway,
you got to use guerrilla warfare where if you are avoid with single barrel, people will be using tradition. Will be can you get tradition too? But what I mean that before that tradition can't.
Oh, they should put that outside.
No, that will not come outside. But what they will do, they will use what mean they want to use. Liberia get more fighting forces. But they're not allowing them everybody to fight all the way in uniform. Liberia got a lot of fighting forces. You need more.
Where?
Le Rebel. You know how many people are in Le Rebel? You know how many people are in the other rebel group? When all of them are united,
yes, man, it's crazy. He said Le Rebel. No, Mr. Derrick, when we get to that
point, for you will see the
no. When we get to all hands on deck, then we'll think about Le Rebel.
No, we just tell the children that anything catch Guinea for you. You will see. Everybody be running for Guinea.
No, we don't even want that one. But I guess it's not going to extend to
You
that.
said that liberal people fighting, the regular fighter in Ukraine. They talking about what?
Come here, Morris. Well, Jeffrey starting for we're up for like why yeah, yeah, brother.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it been a
guerrilla warfare.
Yeah,
It
but
been
we're
a-
not happy. But we're happy now. Why we're happy? We're
yeah,
not
it been a,
happy. We'll go gorilla.
Mm-mm.
yeah, it been a while. How you guys doing, Mr. David? How are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
Good to see you.
Yeah, the only thing that rain very heavy on outside here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it raining. It was raining here too, a little bit around 7, 8, but gonna slow down.
It went heavy here today too.
Okay, but yeah, good to be back. What's going on? Lofa border, right?
Lofa boulders. That's what's trending right now, and we got so many videos. I think this is from yesterday when they first something. I think this was when they were going back. Let me see when they came in. Did they even show a video of them coming in?
No, we only saw them.
Right,
But we only saw them going by.
right. So what do you think about that, Morris?
Yeah,
I mean, that Morris.
Yeah, but the people that your neighbor, where your neighbor go walk up on you to your plate, anything wrong with that?
But
Now I walk up talking about.
The people that your neighbor, when your neighbor come visit you, what's wrong with that?
flare down. This will put flare down.
You can't come to my house.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't spray within to or you take care of my you say my
Because
yard.
in Ganta, Guinea Army can go all the way in the city with a car and go back. That's how they bring.
But you know, on a serious note, I don't know what the intent, but whichever way you turn the coin, it is wrong. You cannot enter in a foreign, sovereign territory with an arm. It's even against the fundamental law. It's against international law.
Mhm.
Even when you to the border, the soldiers to the border each other, right? They can almost like they can talk to each other, they can friendly come. But when you come in, you don't cross with your arm. Even at the border, like take for instance between the Liberian border and the Sierra Leone border, right? The security on the other side, the friends they speak the same dialect, they speak they even the same morning, right? But when you crossing, you leave your arm behind. You
Yeah.
cannot cross with your arm on a different territory. That's against the international. You can't do that, especially when you are not authorized. You cannot.
Right. In a canoe. Like
Especially,
crossing a canoe
yeah,
and coming and then putting your flag down.
it is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong. It is whatever reason, it is wrong. You can't do that. That is trespass. I mean, you can't do that. Liberia is a sovereign state. You cannot cross to the neck in a country and we're armed, and even with the audacity of erecting a flag, you can't do that. That is almost like you waging war on the country.
Mhm.
You can't actually do that. And I don't even understand. You see, right now, this the time we're living now, you can't even do that. Those days, maybe after the Cold War, yeah, after the Cold War, 1953, during the colonial time, people can just go sit down somewhere and coach upon the land, and you take it. It can't happen anymore. It can't. Even just individual land to just go take somebody land easily. You think it can happen? You can. I don't understand. For whatever reason, you can't do that. I don't understand. You cannot. That is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. I've heard people having all this conversation on different. Like today, I saw one of my friends were having a conversation. Oh, Liberia not supposed to do this to Guinea. This, and I'm like, Guinea not supposed to. Guinea is wrong. You cannot go into somebody else's country with an arm. You can't do that.
No, but what did
Especially when
he
you're
say?
not authorized.
Liberia did again.
Well, that is own view. He was just having own thought. That is he was having own thought.
Because
Yeah.
we talking about
But-
Guinea, doing something to Liberia. He said
But,
Liberia
I mean,
do Guinea.
you can. I don't understand why our government have not spoken on this issue. I don't know whether they're waiting for Thursday because the government think they. Yeah, but this is wrong.
If something is something of this magnitude and people fear,
government is not
you don't wait for press briefing day.
Because the government think they should only speak Tuesday and Thursday. Maybe the Foreign Information Ministry waiting for Tuesday and Thursday. What about our foreign ministry?
So God forbid,
what the government have not spoken on this issue?
So God forbid somebody attack on the mansion. God forbid, right?
The president should have blessed
you say, "Oh, we're waiting for Thursday before we speak on that."
Exactly, you waiting for Thursday to speak on the issue?
No, you will not say speak on it until everything calms down.
Yeah, it's hard. You can't. I mean, it's wrong. I don't for whatever reason Guinea may have, it is wrong. It is absolutely wrong.
Well, let's watch the video. That's when they were there. I don't think they showed them coming in. Let's show
West African ECOWAS, MRU. You got to lay all the foundation, a condition to all the people then to European Union, and show all the things the Guinea people been doing to Liberia. The people seeing it now going on the social media, everybody seeing that.
They have to.
Why?
They have to take it seriously.
Liberia territory. A lot of people getting interested.
Let's watch this, Mr. Darius. That's
and
when they
people are not only looking at it from the Guinea side. I'm telling you, they are looking at whether Russia is trying to send some people there to add.
I'm not big man.
Russia could be testing America too. They test Great Britain. They be testing America. Guinea get Russian there. They got a missionary there. You know, Russian missionary there.
Even boys playing Madeira.
Because from Burkina Faso to Liberia, playing Madeira. They're not two.
My Liberian people, the thing I saw you there today. Outside, claiming their sick nation Liberia with the national.
Okay, so that was the time they got the flag back.
The whatsoever happened,
and they was on the Mr. Derek. So they were on the other side, Mr. Derek.
I like how the government handling it.
Mr. Derek, can you hear me?
The soldiers, they're not supposed to go there and start telling us, y'all dress by, y'all go by. There are some people can be saying, why the soldiers they're not to the border? Even the soldiers to the border.
The team of two I saw you read today.
Hello?
I can't wait to kill the chiefs. You see, one of my PCL texted me last night. She said, "What, Darius? I want you to go put your hair." So she sent me something. Yeah, she sent me. I'll go on by this morning. I went read it.
Let me pull him on mute.
Come here. I don't know what's going on.
Guinea is sophisticated in Liberia. Guinea is giving, I think, 12% to the army, while Liberia is giving, I think, 2% to the army. Very wrong. Also, representative senator.
Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis, can you hear me?
And go seek asylum for them and children.
How did this make you hear me? Morris, can you hear me? Mr. Davis, can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me. That's why he keeps talking.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm not sure. You're not hearing you. Mr. David.
Yeah.
You hearing me?
No.
No wonder. You gotta keep calling. But you can hear me.
No, that you supposed to go out and come back. I don't hear me because I'm hearing her.
No, I mean, you hearing her?
Yeah.
But you hearing me, but I'm not hearing her.
She hearing you now.
No, I can hear him, but he cannot hear me.
I don't know what did he say. I hear her.
Now the madam call you. Talk to the madam and come back.
Somebody call your phone. Yeah, exactly. That's what happened. I just telling him, trying to call him. He's just talking. I don't think.
But for me, right, Amy, before you come in, right? I don't know the way people having this conversation. Like it's like a war declaration between Liberia and Guinea. I don't want us to really have the conversation in that form and manner. Like we are prepared, Liberian for a war. Liberian God, I don't even think we should even wish for that. Seriously.
Even if we can squash them, we don't want that.
I don't think we should really wish for that. No.
War is very expensive. That's one. We are rebuilding as a country. we're struggling doing it, right? For the 14 years that we the Ghanaians and massacre each other. For the 14 years that that happens and destroyed all of the infrastructure of the country and everything. We're still rebuilding. You understand what I'm saying? And we're struggling, we're begging, we're doing this, and to even equip the military is a problem. They don't have money to do that, or they don't want to do that. Imagine fighting war. You need ammunitions, you need fuel, you need all of those things. Where are we getting those things from? Guinea got jet planes, they got bombers, they got what? Do they have what? They got a seaport, whatever thing there. Bought something in. We don't even have canoe. Okay, we don't even have canoe. So how can you even want that? We don't want that. But with that being said, we still don't want. We can just sit there and let somebody else to infringe on our rights, on our sovereignty, and then we and just sit there and not say anything about it or not be firm about it. We have to be, and whatever necessary leaders or people or whatever in the region that needs to know this, they need to know it, because it's that 2 times now they've done this, the 2 countries, and that is not okay. They need to be told that, and that's all I need to happen. Nobody wants to fight them, but God forbid if they bring it, we're not just gonna fool our hands, right? Then Mr. Darius said gorilla. We're gonna go gorilla. Whatever that is. But no, that's not what God forbid. That's not what we want. We don't want it for our people. I don't want it because innocent people are still trying to get by, Mr. Darius. This is not what we want for them. We just want Guinea to stop whatever they're doing or whatever their aims and motives are. They need to stop it. And I don't know whether that ECOWAS, if they can respect ECOWAS, which they never did when he took over. So whoever it is that they can respect, they need to let them know to have some.
So they can respect ECOWAS when it comes to when ECOWAS is trying to defend member states. They will respect ECOWAS because in Nigeria sent 7,000 troops to that border. They gotta respect the truth that so they will not do that nonsense they're doing. They will respect ECOWAS. And now the ECOWAS when you say then no, if you're trying to threaten another sovereignty, then Ghana say I sent 2005. Nigeria
no. But anyway, John Mahama is not like that. A few of the citizens can be behaving as locals. Not everybody.
ECOWAS through to the border, it will become serious to them. They say no, we don't need to do. They will not need to fight ECOWAS. ECOWAS don't go to fight. I'm telling you a serious something. The example 1990 when ECOWAS came, ECOWAS was fighting to push Chancellor back, push Chancellor Railroad them back. They used both Prince George and AFL. They were the air. I said they will go gorilla. The ECOWAS support Liberia had the air power with the all and air system, like defense system. They use gorilla power. That's the children and see over there. You see them getting fighting along with ECOWAS. They will be to the forefront. ECOWAS will be behind it. How ECOWAS used to do with Prince Johnson and AFL. They were behind AFL and Prince Johnson were in front.
Well, we don't even want to think about those days anymore.
But time for anything, you gotta prepare for anything.
Cross-border war is bad, it's dangerous. It's almost like a never-ending war, meaning it will not have an ending. Nigeria and Cameroon being, the shared border, they be on that war for some kind of small land. So now Nigeria, yeah, we got to go take the land for them in Cameroon. And actually the land is somewhere Cameroon is I think it's in Cameroon. So they've been in that battle for a long time. Cross-border war, when 2 countries sharing border and they decide to go into, it's almost like a never-ending war. It's look, Liberia alone has almost 200, if I'm not mistaken, 200 exit points. Mean of getting to Liberia, and you know what I mean, right? Especially between Liberia and Guinea, there are a whole lot of exit points. So it's not something that anybody will wish for. It's not something that we can wish for. I just don't know why the government have not spoken on this issue. Why the government have not spoken on this issue? Like I said, are they waiting for Thursday? Even the president himself, the commanding chief of the country, President Bouhaka, is about to speak on this issue. The national security, the defense ministry is supposed to speak on this issue. The foreign ministry is supposed to speak on this issue. Why they have not spoken on this issue? Are they waiting for Thursday? I don't understand. I don't know whether they have spoken on this issue, but as far as I know, no. Why they keeping mute?
The information minister had a release out yesterday about it.
Okay.
That they needed people to be calm. I think that for the release up that they had some diplomatic talk with them. I think they're working behind the scene. That's what it is. What happened today? I think there was the Zogolan Iran era, the Bodo era. They thought they were the big dudes bigger than the army yesterday, so they wanted to go flex and show their muscles to the Liberian side. How dare you tell our army to leave your land, right? So that's what happened today. I don't think well, some of them were there, right? Because they said a guy got shot.
Yeah, I saw the Liberian crew having single barrel. They have materials. They have a lot of different on a heat, different traditional things. There. A lot of them brought single barrel. There were a lot of hunter king with single barrels and all that stuff.
Is that allowed in Liberia these days?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I got single barrel to my village.
Yeah,
is that allowed?
Yeah, you can register your gun.
No, you can. Yeah, if you got permission, if you got license for to carry a weapon or gun, you can.
Nobody in Liberia can get license.
Yeah. What you mean? What you mean? I'm telling you the law.
What law?
The law in Liberia.
What law, Mr. Davis? Anybody just want to have guns?
Everybody can get gun when you go register it.
Mr. David, there's a law in Liberia that before you carry a gun, you must register it. You must get license before you carry a gun. Before any firearm, before you get it, you must register.
I think they're gonna go and replicate in the village though, because a lot of them get single by no license.
Well, we'll let him pass today just because they think we're using it for a good thing. But
single by didn't get no lesson for it.
Well, I'm telling you what the law says.
It can be now.
American law is reading there.
I mean, when American law are reading.
I fire single by Liberia. I never know what they call lesson until I come America before I hear lesson.
Because he didn't follow the. For you to even get a firearm, you're supposed to find out.
Oh, my single barrel hanging on me.
Mr. David,
yeah.
for you to get a single barrel, you're supposed to find out first what the law that required to get a gun. You didn't do that.
My grandpa didn't tell me. My grandpa didn't tell me. I saw him.
That is not an excuse.
I saw him with my grandpa.
That is not an excuse.
You know how long that happened with your grandpa?
That's not an excuse there.
I seen law when law was created in Liberia.
No, it's a different situation now.
I just be more you making. You get going, you go to Liberia, they will arrest you.
I'll tell you, I mean today, the line is open to the public. I get single barrel in Liberia. In the village. When I go in the village, I use my single barrel there. When I come in, I leave it there.
So why do you have a single barrel in the village?
We're not bringing it in the city. Like not city gone. We get in the village to go home, ground squirrel, and other animals.
The village part of the country, your village part of Liberia. They got local government in the village. They got local government in the village. Anybody can get hunt. For you to be a hunter using firearm, you have to register. You have to the local government have to give you a license before you get single barrel. That's why they get local government there.
Hear me? When I go there, I buy my gun shot. I want inbred. I send out inbred.
Call your village, so I can know.
But the entire village, bro, all of them get single barrel. They're not registered.
That's not true. Talk for yourself.
In Liberia.
Anyway, let's move on here.
You can put the number down and let people call. They will tell you the same thing I'm talking. I don't know what they call registration there, on single barrel.
Yeah,
President Bouakai just few months ago, President Bouakai just reactivated that law. Probably he was sleeping just a few months ago.
I said everybody should register that gun. This is a single barrel. This is a hunting gun.
So single barrel is not gun? People use that to arm rob and do that. If you shoot somebody, die.
But when you use it for that purpose, then I think to register it.
Single barrel is not gun?
Single barrel is not for the city.
Okay, let's go ahead.
I watched this when the man explained when they came in.
This morning, the Guinean Armed Forces came heavily armed with 5 RPG. Okay. All dressed up with AK-47. Okay. Took up various positions. Right. Deployed with 3 GMG, automatic machine gun. We took various positions. We left the king. We started the engagement. Why are they planting poles? When I was there? And they already asked us to take our pole. They had no right planting flag pole on our land and posting their flag. We started to drive up. We engaged them. We talked. We spoke to PC. The police state answered us. The police state reason was we talked to them. Said no way speaking French, speaking so. So we were not many. So we was crying from the enemy. When they were putting the pole down, planting the pole, about to host the flag, I shed tears. I walked to the custom, trying to mobilize men, and we were able to mobilize men, joined by our brothers from the various Kisi towns and other villages. When they came, we were able to overwhelm them. We told them the fight. How can my country be older than your country? Then you draw demarcation with me. Thank you. Where were you when I was independent and you were under colonial master France? Okay. So this is why we engaged. We were able to uproot the flag pole. We replanted ours. With the courage of the Kisi boys, the boys from Foya, joined by other kings and trapmen from Lofa country, we were able to regain our sovereignty as a nation. So then, joined by the various. I'm saying the place is closed. Is it official closed? We close officially on our own because we are the rightful custodians of this particular place. We are the indigenous people of this place. Okay. Forces. This morning, the Guinean Armed Forces came.
So that's how. I mean, how could you not, guys? I still can't wrap my head around these things, right? How it happened? How these people can be so brave and just sit down and just say, "Well, let's plan tomorrow and go across there and go start."
I am Liberia, the Lone Star of Africa.
Yeah. Are you hearing that?
I am Liberia, the Lone Star of Africa.
Are you guys hearing that?
I am Liberia, the Lone Star of Africa. I am not just a land.
I mean, you play Chakla?
Yeah.
I am a
thank God I want a national anthem. But yeah. I can't even wrap my head around this. Like, more like, how can people just sit down from another side, knowing because I'm pretty sure those guys are not naive to all of these laws and stuff that we're talking about. Yeah, military people, they know. Do we think that the president of Guinea, he's in the dark of these things that are happening?
He has to be in the knowing because he's a commanding chief of the armed force of Guinea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely he should be in the know. Yeah, the father he controls the army. He the head of the army. He should be in the know of this. What's happening? If he is not, then I don't know, but he should be in the know. Especially he himself as the military man. He should be in the know of this. And that's what I also said. President Bouakai too, who also to the head of the army, the commanding chief of the army, even himself supposed to have spoken on this issue. The president himself. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the president himself supposed to. You know why I left Trump? You know one of the times I love Trump? Every time about Trump, he's not shy with the media. He will make about there. He will use water on it, this and that, but he's not sure. He always count the media. Some of the things that you say, whether that true or not true, but you always.
I just thought to ask you that.
Yeah, He always, and that is the strength of every leader. When you shout on the media, you can't speak. It's bad. It's a problem. It's a problem. Yeah, President Boaga know what happening. Just talk. You president. Speak on the issue.
Okay, so what
I believe by now you not get. I believe by now you not get all the detail for your national security. You come up and speak.
Well, could we say that his advisors are saying, "Oh, that he should let the diplomatic engagement complete before he talked to the people"? Could that be?
So that's why he should come. That's why he should come and tell the people that my citizen, you're come, everything under control, we're in charge, we'll control, we'll come to. He's supposed to even say that to the public. He's the chief executive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's the chief executive.
No. For me, I disagree with Murray 100%. Mm-hmm. President Boaga doesn't need to speak at this position at this point. The one press release they put out yesterday is enough, it's sufficient. Everybody calm down. We are working behind something. That guy over there listening, all the gun, all the one there, he know that not he the one made people to go back. It was through diplomatic means some process. Can we say all the Liberian citizens are single by in a hand today? Can we say Boaga know about it? No. Something that can happen on a certain commander, they don't know.
Well, let me ask you a question. Why that can be true, right?
Yeah.
It just happened to Sierra Leone a month ago or a month and a half ago. So you mean that the commander-in-chief doesn't know about that one and then it happened to another country? That's a big deal. You just said, folks just left it like that without reaching up in a higher, because they even arrested few of Sierra Leone military men, right? They took them into Guinea. So you mean to tell me that Mala Bio, who did not have any engagement with what's his name? That would be happening again. I mean, if it was the first time, we would assume, right, that he might not know about it. But this is the second time.
Yes, that even the second time during Ellen Johnson time, they also entered Liberia.
No, we're not talking about that. He just became president.
I just didn't say it not the first time, not the second time. So we gotta look at from the previous something. During Ellen Johnson administration, they enter Liberia and do the same thing. What I'm trying to say is that not everything the commanding general can know, the commander can know. But when the president call and tell the commanding general of the armed forces of Guinea, and tell them that's some of the men then they are deployed in my country, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Using the diplomatic, people say, Joseph Boaga to just say, I made the way I saw the police, all of them, you quit, they go in there, I saw them to the border. It means that they got to engage into war. No, we don't want war. We tired with that one. That one, we don't really want yet. Again, one day, let them do that one internal war. We tired with it. So what actually happened is that not everything the commander can do, sometimes the president can be aware of it. No, not everything. Something that they will do it, the president can be aware of it. Even if you are the front line, the commanding general is giving command to so and so. Like example, Donald Trump giving command to the U.S. Army. Every place they bomb in Iran, Donald Trump tell them about bombing. Or everything Israel bombing, the United States was doing it. But sometimes just the false blame, but not either one. Then the investigation will go on. So now everything the unit will do on the job, the commander is the same responsible. Even though the commander is responsible, but it's not the commander don't know. Like how the military is looking at. Now everything they will do, you know about it. But on the other side, you gotta defend them. And they don't punish them, they don't what they're doing all right. Like how the military look. You can't just see military like that. They just go and do something and say commander know about it. No, not everything the unit does, commander know, but commander is responsible.
Look, everybody that got elected, 73 lawmakers, 73 representatives, 30 senators, one vice president, one president. The only person that everybody in the country voted for, are the president. The senator there, the people that voted for them are the people in their various counties. The representative, the people that voted for them are the people in the various districts. The president is the only person that everybody in the country voted for. Meaning, in terms of the voting percentage, the president, as a president, you're the chief executive. This thing that happened, they're not to say that there's something that is a cross-border attack. Another country came in your country and tried to erect a flag of their own country. This thing happened almost 2-3 days now. The president can't even say a word. No, the president's supposed to speak. Even when the president say, look, my fellow citizens, we are in control. We'll speak to your camp. That alone is enough. Even at 1 minute.
So you read the press conference? You read the press?
I said the president's supposed to say something.
You read the press statement by the president Mouthpiece?
No, but you said the president don't have to speak. Ain't that your argument?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
Nobody gets to speak that you got to speak. Only the president authority. You don't need to speak. Foreign minister don't need to speak. Everything. That's what the president said to the minister to put on that press release that they're working on a cover. Everything going to be fine. Everybody going to go about that normal business. They're going to discuss it on the others on the do the me. So it means they got to come to you every day and have press comment. Yesterday, Guinea was there. Last night, they invaded all again. We sent through to the border. They left. We're talking. They want to know. That's not how president can talk. The president will hammer now everything first when everything is set before they come out and give you what went on after they went on and give you the story. But I was talking about RPG, all they want to know with mobile, all they want to know, and I need the one made the people go back.
And I'm making any reference to that man.
Those people drove, they drove the army or whatever they did before whoever diplomat people didn't went there to talk. They didn't go there while the intention was on.
No, after that. There's army in the area. When the army saw the other army, they were in large for confrontation, they withdraw. They withdraw. They were little. They were maybe 1 or 2. The high looking. Every bullet post you will see immigration police. But the now army like just even to the Guinea side when you go there, you will see the same thing. When you go to Nima County, when you cross the Guinea border, only 2 army you will see. The other red are their customs and whatsoever they want sitting down there plenty, but you can't see plenty army people. So before even Liberia go down there, Liberia get more army in Kanta. You get barrel there. Liberia could get 3 trucks carried to the Guinea inside Guinea right there. The army over there will not able to send Liberia attention because Liberia get more manpower. They got a couple of reinforcement. How it's going to be. But to me to say the army go crossing Akino, the other army, no, they just thought a different thing, something. So the other army got to retreat because they want confrontation.
I don't think that was the problem, Mr. Darius. Those people they were there today. I mean, yesterday and today and stood their ground. There was no army over there. Even when the other civilian or whatever
the people went there
decided to go across there to fight the Liberians guys that were across, they were already going through that confrontation before some police people got there. So it wasn't something that they appeared right away or whatever. No. It was some they already had those issues going on before. Because even when we're watching it today, we said, well, where is the army? Where is the authority? You know, they're still not there. It's just the people that are defending themselves. You know, but later on they show up. So they were probably trying to leave Guinea or leave Guinea, leave Ganta or leave wherever they were, but it definitely was not in Plenty. They were not in,
I don't know if they get buried in Lofa. I think they get military buried there.
Who in the barrel?
They get military buried. Army. They get military buried Lofa. They get it in Nima. They get it in Bon.
Well, if they got it, I don't think anybody in it. Maybe that does collecting does because nobody.
In Bon County.
Do you know about that, Morris? Welcome to it.
Mr. David, whole team pa Guinea LeBron mo foi LeBron strong.
So I say Guinea
You own a
LeBron
whole team them mo foi. Yeah, LeBron get army.
use the double money me. But in case it
And say
happens,
gorilla fight.
we're gonna use gorilla tactics.
They can have it. We want for. I don't want. We want it.
I was telling that to a good gorilla man.
I'll tell you what.
We tired fighting. They get to stand across that bull and stay there. We won't for nobody.
Now, I was actually motivated to actually come here tonight because of Mr. Davis. You know, absurdity. You know, there's a David. You know, sometimes.
So you ain't normal. Call about coming on, but then you
no. So I mean, you have to understand. We in the last 10 days of the Ramadan, where it's really getting.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too. That was why Mars a soldier. Mars a trooper. When Mars sent me to where they fast on to read me. That why that's something.
I don't know what kind of steroid Morris on, but I think you need to hook me up.
He's a trooper. That's
yeah, but it's nah. I can do it. I can make it. But yeah, guys, how you guys doing, man? It's been a while. I miss you guys. You know, obviously a lot of things been happening in the country.
A lot.
Plenty of things happening in the country. But look, Amy, let me just say this right. So, bro, David's position is the president. I need to speak on this issue, right? That the president can just allow the thing to just go through his subordinates and everything will be kumbaya and everything. No, Mr. Davis, that is absolutely wrong. This is not something that just happened in the country. This is, you know, a foreign government, a foreign entity encroaching onto your land, planting their national flag.
Can you imagine?
You know, if the president can speak on it, I don't know what is there for the president to speak on. You know, Mr. Davis, this is serious. Even if the president did not speak on what happened yesterday, I mean, day before yesterday, even though that's something that the president should have actually spoken on, given the fact that the heroic patriotic duty demonstrated by young men and women, you know, confronting you know, foreign forces, that in itself, the president should have
no weapon
on that.
With no weapon.
Right? But guess what though? Guess what, Mr. Davis? Why it was important that the president, you know, should speak on the issues, but more importantly, the president should have even spoken on the fact that these young men, they got so emboldened that someone had told Mercedes, cutlasses, and
sugar canes,
you know, sugar canes and whatever they could use to inflict whatever, they were at the border today. You don't want that. Yeah. You don't want that because this is what you're gonna do. Military training the Guineans across the border there, when they see this kind of, you know, attitude happening across the border, every human being, when you see threat, right, you don't downplay threat. You act on it.
Yeah.
So that is why it is so imperative that the president speak on the issue. Why we appreciate you guys taking, you know, your constitutional duty to safeguard your territory yesterday, but allow the AFL to deal with the issue, or immigration, not even AFL. You don't even want to bring AFL in this at this moment. You deal with this by immigration officers. The last resort, right? They will talk about AFL. I know a lot of people talking about, oh, bring AFL there, bring AFL there. No.
Yeah, we don't want that.
It's not the time for AFL. You need to fortify that border entry point right now. Even if it take you to take people from Ganta area to bring them there, because we know very well we don't have them in abundance. You know, oh boy, I'm lying. We don't have them in abundance, Amy.
That's why I keep keeping it calm.
It don't even reach 3,000.
Just start 24 hours training.
You know what I'm saying, right? So, Mr. David, I'm sorry, I beg to differ, but at the end of the day, these are stuff that the president is supposed to speak on. Because right now, when you see citizens taking, you see the right into their own hands, they obviously speak to the fact that there is no proper authority to act. And that is a shame. So the president could have said, I appreciate the young men and women that swore to the Constitution that they will protect and defend their blah, 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 their national integrity, their sovereignty. We appreciate you. But right now, we don't appreciate that level of exuberance that was exhibited today at the same spot. Because when people get away with something one time, I mean, guess what? The next time you saw the crowd out there today, right? It was more than the one out there. And then tomorrow, we're going to get more. And when that happens, then destabilization ensues. And we don't want that. And for those of you that are saying, oh, Guinea, I know Guinea have become a very aggressor. We never saw this on our secretary. We didn't see it on our General Lansana Conte. Yeah. If anything, Labro was the aggressor against Guinea when Chancellor entered Guinea on 3 different occasions. All right? But we did not see these things happening on our secretary. There's no history of that. If anything, secretary even awarded Guinea to take back her territory. But Todman was busy smoking cigar and merry-making. He refused. Or now that whole foreign region, Zedekure now part of Liberia. You know what I'm saying? You know? But since Liberia gained independence, and when the French colonial and the British people came, they took a chunk of Liberia. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't have an established army. You know? So, but those are saying, oh, you know, that we now fought guerrilla war, you know, something like that. My people, let me tell you, Liberia is no match to Guinea.
No.
No match. You don't even want to start that. Don't even do it. And people need to be careful. Dumia is starting this thing. They do with Sierra Leone. Now it's Liberia. And we all know who Dumia political godfather is. Let me break it up to you. Do you all know Dumia political godfather? Dumia political godfather is one guy in Rwanda that they call how do you call the guy in Rwanda?
Your president?
Yeah, President Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame is Dumia godfather. Dumia now named one of their most prestigious overpass bridge in Conakry there after Paul Kagame. That Paul Kagame, Dumia taking all the thing from. And we know anything about Paul Kagame, we know Paul Kagame always. There's a rebel group in DRC right now called the M whatever, M16 or whatever it is.
M1.
That's causing havoc in DRC, right? So I'm not saying this is what Dumia is trying to start in Liberia because the part of Sierra Leone, they invaded last month. That was a gold diamond rich territory. You know what I'm saying, right? Right, M23. So I don't know what this guy is about, but this is something that the president needs to address, and the president needs to address quickly, right? Because when they say, "Well, show me a friend, I'll tell you who you are," and if we know anything about Paul Kagame, that Dumia held to be his inspirational leader, then we start taking part from that present playbook, right? How do you enter in another country territory and plant your national flag? That is no joke. This was something that they were trying to see exactly how the people react to it.
That's an out of declaring war.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is a serious issue. And for Mr. Dale to say this is something that the president will talk on, I'm taking that back, dude. This is more than serious thing that the president's going to talk about. Back to you, Amy.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think that that the president is not speaking on it, or I don't want the president to speak on it. I think what he's saying is that in the meantime, what's that name put a press briefing of yesterday? I don't think they're just sleeping on it though. I think they're in the back, kind of doing the groundwork there and something. But still, you're supposed to come out and let the people, because in Liberia, you can have those entities working, right? As long as we see the president, I mean, government not doing anything. That's all. That's the whole thing there. They have foreign minister. They got the defense minister. They got all the people who's supposed to be on top of that. But the president have to. When the president, all the people can be doing something. Even the things that are going on in Ghana with the whole Facebook war thing, like Ghana said they discover and all those stupidness. Foreign minister, the IG, everybody working with the Ghanaians, but still some people coming out the Liberian government not doing anything. Why? Because they haven't seen Joseph Boakai holding microphone saying something. Which I don't think that part of it, I don't think he really need to insert himself right away to let those people take the part. But what to say, like another country that bordering you have that military come into your country, infringing on your sovereignty, and have the guts, the audacity. I don't even know what else to use. Now when I come in, but to put their flag up. Those things when they happen when people are fighting war and they take over that territory. Then they plant their flag to show that we have captured this area.
Exactly.
Right? That is the signal. That is the significance of those of planting flags and doing all of that.
Oh, yeah.
It's ours now. Our territory now. We have captured this area. It's under our control now.
Right.
But how the hell? You and nobody fighting war. What are you looking for? If anybody should be looking for land, it should be us. But we're all looking for that. Y'all can keep it. We'll say y'all land. We don't want no trouble, right? But we're not going taking our land and buying everything. And those demarcation, has the river moved since the 18 or whatever? What year was it? Morris, when one told me or told me, did the river move at all? When they said that was
there. There's a scene river named Mapuna River.
Exactly. So where you coming from, crossing the river to come over on the other side and being brave, testing the strength or whatever you're doing to see how far it will go, and then you can come with more something. No, that is not okay. Whoever needs to hear about this, like I said, whoever they respect, whether they ECOWAS, that they AU, that they EU, whatever this thing don't need to just be swear, oh, yeah, listen out on the palava hold and talking. No. It needs to be addressed because he went and did it to the other country. Now it's the next one. Why is he jumping over Africans? Africans now had something that they like us. He's not doing it to the people, the low tiny country who have fought war and trying to rebuild. They don't have that military capability like he does, and all of that. Those are the little guys he want to pick on, and that's what the pattern showing here. So something has to be done. It has to be addressed, right? It just can't be palava hot talk. It has to be addressed. And yes, the president supposed to speak on it to say, oh, they are talking about, yes, make up put on a press release. That's the government mouthpiece. We get it. Maybe that's what his advisors are telling him to wait yet and whatever. Maybe. But I'm pretty sure he'll say something about it.
Sana, the government of a country can be so, the citizen can be really good, but the government of a country can be so terrible. And when that happens, the citizens suffer. You see what happened today between Ukraine and Russia. The citizens the citizens of Ukraine and the citizens of Russia, they were not, there was nothing between them. It was just government to government. So at the end of the day, people suffer. So, like I said, cross-border war is bad. It's almost like a never-ending war. Cameroon and Nigeria, they've been fighting for one small land. Nigeria be then the land for them. In Cameroon, they've been on that thing for years. I don't even know how far they're going with it. Because the thing here is that we have citizens, we have Guinean citizens in Liberia. We have Liberian citizens in Guinea. We have a whole lot of exit point between Liberia and Guinea.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't even want us to even discuss this in a way that Liberia get Liberia forward, Guinea not able, Guinea stronger than Liberia, this and that. All those things is true, but at the end of the day, the casualty of both sides can be so dangerous. It can be so great. Because Guinea and Liberia, they've been on the thing. I think recently was when they said something about it. Somebody wanted to overthrow Guinea government and were in Liberia, something. I think a cabinet general on that case, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody was, I know, between the Liberian and Guinea, something. They said the guy wanted to overthrow Guinea. He run away. Yeah. A cabinet general on that case. So this thing is only been breeding small. We don't want for Edu. This thing is intended. It's not a mistake.
But if there anything to that Morris, then Guinea should be in good book with something because they turn the guy over to them, right?
It is intended. This thing is intended.
Morris, that story isn't complete, right? The Guinean authority actually moved into Liberia to get the guy. While the guy was being represented by Cabinet Janet, right? So that guy's sovereignty was not protected, right? They literally hand the guy over, Amy. Unlike what we saw Sierra Leone when Henry Costa went into Sierra Leone. What happened? The Sierra Leone government did not turn Henry Costa over to
No.
Government. And now what became of that guy? That guy is dead.
Yeah.
That guy is dead.
According
so
to the story.
At the end of the day, we not see this thing happening. And country can test country.
Country, exactly.
You saw when that immigration guy in Sierra Leone, I don't know, they said the guy embezzled money or whatsoever, he ran into Liberia. The Sierra Leone immigration drove into Liberia, went to the police station. The guy that went to Central, where the guy was.
No, that was another coup d'etat. They
picked the guy up from there in Sierra Leone car. They didn't even wait for Liberian government to turn the guy over. What are we doing? What are we doing? We talk about national sovereignty and protection of territorial integrity. No other country has the right to move into your territory and pick somebody up. I applaud the Sierra Leone government. I applaud the Sierra Leone government for making sure that Henry Costa right under international law was protected. And they did not send him into danger that he was running from. Rather, they were able to process the guy and he was able to make his way to America. That's what you do. You don't turn the guy over. They turn that guy over that one sheriff guy. Yeah. They haven't heard from that guy ever again.
If I said the Henry Costa case, it was given VIP treatment by the president himself.
Exactly.
To come to America. So like I said, there are a whole lot of things going on from the bar. I don't know, but this thing is intended. The fact that a country will leave on a and come in another country, it's against international law. You can't enter in with an arm on a foreign land. You cannot. It's against, so it's intended. That's what I say. It's not something. And right now, 1953. We're not in 1953. We're not in 1960. Right now, everybody, almost like everybody is a reactionary. When something happens, the citizen will get excited. They wake up. So as the government, you have to step in right away. If you're able to calm your citizen as a president, you're able to come in and speak. You can't wait for Thursday. You can't say releasing press. How many presidents can listen to press release? How many presidents will read? Just president, just come in, even at 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes, just talk. Give your citizen the hope. Give them what is happening. Let them know what is happening. We know Guinea. From time to time, Guinea has been a country that defended Liberia. We know that. Guinea have always sent army Liberia to protect, to keep Liberian government safe. From Tobo Day, from Tobo all the way to Dotan, they've always been sending army to protect Liberian government. Why now they come in the country, they say they want to land? It's intended.
It's a different Guinea now.
That's what I say. It's intended. Now that's something that do we not know about.
Big military always flexing that muscle, bro.
I speak now.
Oh, so who? Somebody said when I speak.
Big military always flexing that muscle, Amy.
But David say one thought. Mr. David say one thought.
You got pressure, go ahead, Mr. David.
Remember during the 1990 war, Guinea King Liberia with the military might to help President Doe. We didn't say why Guinea inclusion on Liberia, right? Doe told them he's going to handle the situation how the Guinea army withdraw from Ghana. So in this case, I don't know how many of you know what they call diplomacy or what they are so true talking about why the president can speak and inhale the citizen. You don't do that. You are encouraging this, endangering the citizen life. Because some citizens will say, okay, the president here, next time we'll go there, I'll single about, we'll go there, am I? You go look through, they start shooting again, army start shooting them, the way they were doing today, they shoot somebody. Then, war in Africa, the army got to be part of it, because the president heal the people for doing what they're supposed to do. No, that's not it. When we're in the diplomatic circle, you don't just speak because you feel speaking. It's that most of you guys behaving like a woman. Every time your wife can report people to your wife.
Women.
No, you're behaving like women because women they are they less shocker. When your wife reports certain thing to you, it means that you gotta be hasty to go do decision. No. You sit down and analyze and see what you're gonna do. You don't get okay because my wife report to me when they are going to behave like man. Some people don't do it like that. You, my president, beat them before for their own woman business. So sometimes you don't go there for you see Guinea soldier to the border. You get a call. We gotta go through foreign minister to foreign ministry, president to president. This to this, this to this. The president cannot just issue statement when the problem is not being solved. No. When the president exhaust every effort, there's no way. After the international community report to this one, report to that one. Now, all that one is going on, but they will not tell you that the president did not report Guinea to UN, they not report this one, they not report this one, they not report the one. But you go to United Nations now, you'll see that the Liberia have far complaint against Guinea. You go to MRU, it's the same thing. You go to ECOWAS, it's the same thing. You go to OAU, it's the same thing. But they will not show you those stuff. The president doesn't need to speak. The president is the last person to speak on the issue. And the first to speak on the issue. All they're going to tell you, we are going through the diplomatic mean, we are doing this one. But not to inhale people that take single barrel, no. If the people that inhale single barrel, they shoot 2 or 3 Guinea soldiers, they immediately answer the soldier. Then the Guinea will retaliate with whatsoever they want to retaliate with. Then that's a bloodshed. Because they surveillance, they cannot fight army. So when I say the surveillance to the border, they do this. No. Surveillance cannot fight army. Those people were trained. Those one that was single about or trained under the K elephant or the K groundhog. They were not trained to physically exchange arm with any other person. So we gotta be very careful how we go through this starting here. Some of you guys never served in the army before, you don't know anything about army, and on the government diplomatic side, you cannot know anything about what they call diplomatic mission. They get a lot of things they can do. You just say another country can go to another country. America just went to grab the president and they were. They were sleeping. They grabbed them with briefing, what they call it, get the American clothes to wear. The hospital clothes, they get them to wear, they come, they put them in jail.
And so, that was condemned by international laws.
Against international law.
Exactly, against international law.
I'm saying you don't do it with country you don't able. Liberia cannot fight Guinea. So the president cannot just go say, you know what I mean? Guinea people the border today, you're gonna make your country scary. You're gonna make people start panicking. It will create like the example I saw in Louva County, the school say the one other principal just go to the school say
shut everything down.
and walk. See how the student they were behaving. They were panic. You don't do that. You gotta be professional when you do any other thing. You don't just go to say Guinea soldier over there, you say army there, or you say police. Okay, police were there today telling the citizens to stop. Giving the command to the citizens to stop. The ERU or whatsoever, the armed group, the one that in the black uniform, you were telling them to stop. You're telling all the citizens, you're stopping, you're stop. Nobody go, everybody all go back, you all withdraw. We trying to solve it through me. It mean that we're scared of Guinea. No, we're not scared of Guinea. I'm telling you, I'll be number one man down there. We're not scared of Guinea.
I am.
And you be the number one man
all the United Nations now speak. Everybody speaking, ECOWAS speaking, they want speaking. We don't get no result from them now. Then the president can speak. We are being invaded by Guinea. Then the president will come on air now and tell the Liberian people what
is coming. Look, Mr. David, you're not going to turn the table on us while we sit on the table. But at the end of the day, nobody has said that it was a right for the stimulate exuberant youth for their action taking, and the president's supposed to come in and just go into it like that. No. I said, number one, I said the president should have spoken on the issue, right? You cannot defend your national sovereignty by relying on the exuberance of young people. No, not going to work. I said the president should have obviously acknowledged the young people. Listen to me, Kinley. Because this is the thing, Mr. Davis. What you fail to realize is this. We live in a country where people don't know rules, regulations. They don't know laws. They need guardians. Okay? I mean, we travel in the country all the time. People don't know. People don't know their basic civics education because they are not being taught these things. All right? You can act, but in the face of authority, you curtail what exactly you're doing, right? There's the thing. When you see better, you almost seem to know better. You see the country that you and I are in today, we don't have to follow rules by police officers standing in front of us. We follow rules even in absence of the law or law enforcement officers because we understand, right? So at the end of the day, I'm saying this. All the young people you say, some of whom grew up in this water, doing water, and some of them are born doing water and stuff like that. A lot of them are still going through that trauma of the war. Everything they know is violence. They don't know anything else. So, and if you go to any Liberian bordering entry point, Amy, I'm telling you, compared to other countries, I've traveled through, I've gone through Ivory Coast. I see how solidified those bordering entry points are. I've traveled through Guinea, right? I mean, I see how fundamentally sound their entries are. But can we say that about Liberia? Absolutely not. No. And that's the truth.
That has got to change.
You know what I mean? That's the truth. Every major entry point of country has to be solidified. That's the entry point that any foreigner entering the country, you will know that this country is governed by rules and regulations. Because whatever that's going to be displayed over there, that's going to be your whole feel about the country once you enter in its territory, right? Why is it important that the president is going to speak on the issue? So that what happened yesterday could not have obviously show face today. And the fact that nobody spoke on the issue, then obviously we saw what happened today. Even though there was absolutely
I don't want to say nobody spoke on the issue. There were press.
Hey man, okay, wait now, boss. So people spoke on it, right?
Yeah.
But you and myself know Liberia is a country that if the president has speak on any issue, it just didn't happen. I'm sorry. That's the condition that we have. That's the expectation that we have.
I don't have. Right? I don't have.
Well, you don't have it because you don't live there. You know, so basically, if the president has speak on these issues, why is it that the president even opening some kind of bridge that the president have to show face there? Because that's the expectation that people have built, right? Community clinic, president have to show face. Why? Because we have made people conditioned to expect these things. So when major things happen in the country, of course we expect the president to speak on it. All right? All the diplomatic channeling and all that stuff, we know it's happening, right? When America invaded Iran, the ongoing stuff that's going on right now, we know there are diplomatic back channel happening, how they can call for ceasefire and all that stuff. This thing will always happen. But that still does not negate the fact that the act of aggression still continues, though, right? The aggression will still be there while diplomatic people doing their diplomatic, channeling and all of that stuff. But let somebody talk to the young people. Thomas Fowler say he went there, right? We obviously heard from the deputy speaker. He came with a very long Facebook post that they were able to bring the whole thing to conclusion, paraphrasing, some of his positions. But even at that, he's not the president though. He's just a speaker, that they were able to hold on. He's just a deputy speaker. That they were able to cause some error across the border from Guinea. And then we saw that whole whole thing where error came from both sides and stuff like that to talk about it. I mean, look, that side of the border too, Amy.
Yeah, I don't think it should stop there.
Right. But you see, but this is how but Amy, let me lay on this, right? That side of the border entry point too, right? It is an interesting place. Right, it's very, very interesting because the Kisipo across the border on the other end,
and another Kisipo.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like the same people. You know what I mean?
It's Russia and Ukraine.
Right. And Ukraine. You know what I'm saying, right? Because the journalist guy out there, the guy, even though he's from Gigadu is where our race.
He was lying through his teeth.
The guy was speaking French, but at the same time, he was able to actually speak Kisi to a brother, and they were all listening to them. They were all listening to him. That's the beauty of Africa. We don't need ECOWAS and all that stuff, right?
No, but he was lying though. He was propaganda. But look, he was saying because France something that the Liberians attacked the army and they were burning the Guinean flag. The smoke, you see, he was lying. That's something big there. You can't tell. That's why that's the propaganda he wanted to put out there.
No, but Amy, they overwhelmed the Guinean though. The Guinean had to rap it.
No,
the men are going at Kino. Can you imagine 2026? The men are still operating with Kino.
Torre.
Africa.
Torre, you see these things.
You can put nothing on a small river.
Come on, man. He can reach on speedboat on that thing.
Torre, see the thing the guy's saying. You see, if you listen to that guy, what he talking, these things happen every time. You hear him? The Guinean came with RPG, with this and that. Machine gun. You hear him? Where AK-47, this and that. So why you got to repair the Guinean army with all that ammunition? But this thing
happen. Look, can you imagine?
Look, this thing's happening, right? When the war enter, when Taylor launched the rebel war, the first village they enter, people repair them. The citizens and said they push them, this and that. They win. So the rebel that enter, we drove them by this and that, and see where we end. So these things always happen. See what we end. So
This is a different story by the grace of God.
Yeah, exactly. It should be a different story. So this is always happening. That's what I said.
It's a different story.
Yeah. If the intent is that Guinea came to really test the water and go back, then we don't hope for that. But I think I'm talking how the people kill RPG, machine gun, AK-47, will repair them, this and that. I don't even pay. I don't even pay that, man. But again, the president is supposed to speak, because, and one of the reasons why the president is even supposed to speak on this issue, because even the way that the citizens react, the fact that the citizens react. Look, we live in a time now where everybody is a reactionary.
So, Morris, you think that was bad? That what the citizen reacted?
It was not bad, and that is the main reason why this government is supposed to the president is supposed to speak and step in the thing and try to come in, and handle the thing in the most fastest time moment. Because the fact that when the people come next time, the citizen probably will not be it will be different. Way back like 1953 or something, the citizen will wait. They will wait for the army, but this time, everybody is a reactionary. We are all reactionary. The citizen, whether they're able, they're not able, they will react, and it will cause the consequences will be heavy. So that's why the president is supposed to come in and speak.
Amy, can you play my video, please?
I don't think that. What video? Let me play the video. I don't see no video for you.
No, that video.
No, I don't think that what the citizens did was wrong.
No, it was not wrong.
They
not at all.
Protected their sovereignty, because those are places that they're always at. Imagine there was no army, there was no police around there. They said they were not there. Those guys that were going to bring that camping bag there and what happened and get comfortable. Okay, so they did not attack them. They were just battling wars with them. They didn't attack them with anything. I think today, when their youth came across, because they tried to attack that. I don't think the army was so much involved in today's incident the way it was yesterday. So let me play that video. Yes, okay.
As I speak to you now, the Kisi Guinea from Conakry, from Geledu are coming to attack our people. I think you can see for yourself. They are all in the trees. They are gearing to come to attack. They are planning to burn our towns. They are planning to come and burn our towns and villages. I am speaking to you as District Commissioner. I came this morning just to quiet our young people. Now that they have come to attack man, let them come, man. Let them come. Let them come. Let them come. La tongue la woule, la woule, let them come. La topalong. You are one of those. You see them? The Kisi, there's no more about military. It is Kisi to Kisi. The Guinean Kisi have come to attack the Liberians on the side that they got to burn our towns and villages. So please be in the know.
Welcome to Liberian TV Network. I'm here, Morris Buffett. I'm here.
As I speak to you now.
Okay, so you guys, you see what I was talking about? The youth on the other end thought that they wanted to come flex muscle because of what happened yesterday, right? They in the river and trying to cross, and I like that, because I was like, okay, don't go meet them there. Let them cross to your side, because they're in that at that point.
Central Johnsonville community at the Central Johnsonville Cemetery. There is demolition exercise about to affect this part of the cemetery.
Anyways, so like I was saying, today it was more of a surveillance thing that was going on today. So because they came yesterday, when they came yesterday, they met those community dwellers. I don't know, is the town right over the river like that, or to the border like that, or what happened? I don't even know how these people know those army were coming across yesterday. How did it happen? Because I don't think the town is right close to the border like that. Is there?
There's a custom position, custom officer right there. They were right in our library house. That house I built there is a custom house.
Oh.
Yeah, when you go to Bullertown, example like Logatu, Kennedy, Ivory Coast, even the township in Kennedy, where it is up before Logatu, you get land in library that play can find. And you get people in library that can go Ivory Coast to go cross the Cecil Road to go make find there. Like how the people living. You take time over there, some people on the other side get land in library, some people in library get land in Guinea. The people been living a normal life like that. Like how mostly you can see people living on Buller area. People from there get land, so people from so get land, so no, because of country, that what place the demarcation. But most of the time, more Bulletin like high looking, you will see people get land, so people get land. So I saw it personally. I saw it when I went Kennedy, the township. You can cross the river in Tongaland, or whatsoever in Kennedy. Kennedy right above Logatu. The water there is very small. They can cross it because I play. We used to do the bypass. We don't want to pay custom. We pass there. When you pass there in the evening, they have run people to the water side. You wait until they come. Then when they finish coming in, they go put the checkpoint inside. Then you cross because you will be afraid they have run side because this is when you can pay for your clothes and all you can wear. So when they come in the town, like we can be in the bush, we can go, we cross any quick, we go like breast side. Like what we used to do. The very immigration can say be waiting for all that. So, but in the morning, you will see people from Africa going like breast side to go make fun. You see people from like breast side going Africa to go make fun. The people live that normal life there like that. Like example, you in Marshall, but you get land all the way to Marshall Junction. Some people wait to Marshall Junction to get land way inside Marshall. Like how it looking. People should make fun. Like how most of the time you see Bulletin like how it looking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's they say.
So yeah, so they've been staying at their borders for years, and that has never happened. But because the army crossed into Liberia yesterday, flights and mother, the youth kind of drove them from with their aggressive or somehow reaction or whatever, so they kind of left. And that with the propaganda, like I said, the guy was lying, saying, "Oh, how they attacked the army." Maybe that's what had those other youth on the other end, kind of, something think that they had the right to come in today to do what they were trying to do, But still, all of these things wouldn't have happened if the army did not do what they did yesterday, which was very bad, and it needs to be talked about. And it's not just swept under the carpet. And at this time, I think people need to start saving money in the country, Liberia, and start putting some. We gotta take the playbook now from Donald Trump, build a wall to it. We got a very big wall.
Representative and senator.
So the border will build a very big, beautiful wall. I think that's what we need to do now.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, if you build wall, people go around the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's like Morocco saying the being war, right? You cannot divide family. You don't have the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're not dividing them. You just
of course, because there's the thing. The California or Mexico or Houston, San Antonio, Texas, that border there, these are Mexicans. You literally building wall to separate family that have been living there for thousands of years together. You can do that. That's why when ICE arrested a guy and his neighbor were kind of, oh my God, he's not one of them. He's been here for 30, 40 years. That is not so cool. The guy looked at his neighbor and he said, "Nah, I'll be back." You know what I'm saying? He literally looked at him and he said, "I'll be back." And guess what, Amy?
He was back.
They should have got over In 2 weeks, the guy came back. Because look, people know entry point around the borders point. There's narcotic dude they used to call I had a guy, man, Guzman. You know, the guy, that whole drugs cartel dude. The Mexican, the CIA raided him and arrested him a couple of years ago. That guy was able to build a tunnel.
What's his name?
That will enter the heart of Houston, Texas.
Chapo
Guzman, yeah. So what are you talking about? Look, people always find a way around these things to enter, no matter what you do.
That boy was vicious. I mean? Oh my God.
I mean, but this is the thing. If you're telling me, right, Gigadoo, where I grew up, raised, you know what I mean? I entered Gigadoo when I was 9 years old. I left from there 2000. You know, like you know what I mean? I honestly Kissy fluently. You know what I mean? So like, I know that place. I know how many Liberians Kissy were in there when we were there at the time. You know, so
but how you run away from the war? They all ran away from the war.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. You know, so we are all family. That's what when I hear people talking about, oh, go back to Guinea, do this, do that, bro. Forget about that, because when we say everybody should go back to Guinea, guess what? Everybody will go back, because maybe the only people that don't have link to Guinea, maybe it'll be Emin and the Congo people, but apart from that, everybody else, the Loma people, the Kissy people, the Pele people, you know what I mean? Like, and the list goes on and on. And if you don't have Lingo Guinea, you got Lingo Ivory Coast. If you don't have Lingo Ivory Coast, you certainly do have some Lingo Sierra Leone. You know what I mean? And vice versa. You know, so that's all it is. You know, everybody somewhere, somehow got connections someplace. That's the reason why when I saw that Kissy guy today, you know, from Guinea, speaking Kissy, I was like, whoa, this is absolutely impressive. So Liberian people they know today too that there are Kissy people in Guinea too.
But you saw the people
they knew that.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying. There is
Pele, there is Kissy, and what else? Mana in Guinea, right?
Yes, they could all the Mana time.
Loma, they get Loma in Guinea too.
Loma in Guinea too.
But I mean,
even our brother James Good flow when he from Guinea, Guinea Loma man.
I mean, look at the garden. We're calling the people that in the
Loma man. Is it?
The garden in the water. You see the people calling them by name. Yeah, just listen to the video. You see the men calling the men by name. But is
it the same though? Does it sound the same? Or there are some, you know, like the accent is it different?
Like a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
it's kind of
get off. They go inside, they play forward. They can't let breast side play forward. They be playing intermarching over there, so they know one another by name.
Oh yeah, they do. They do. I know former Lone Star player, Fala Johnson. Fala Johnson was one of my idols in Gigadoo. Fala Johnson was playing for Makuna, the river that they men and cross. Gigadoo now they prefer to use Gigadoo. The soccer team of Gigadoo is named Monaco. Makuna. You know what I'm saying? So you are all these guys doing the Civil War. They all playing for Gigadoo. You know, like a team. You know, but if Father Jones, you happen to be a Kissy man, you would never thought of him at that time in Gigadoo, where you know that Kissy town, nobody could look at, you know what I mean, Father Jones and say the man at that break in that time in Gigadoo at that time.
Yeah, I think they're gonna blend in or like commit in.
if he didn't tell you that he was a Liberian, I'm just saying, you know, like people need to understand.
No, but
we are all intertwined some way, somehow. You know, when the scramble of Africa, you know, happened, you know, like when people started doing these border demarcation and all of that stuff, you know, where towns were being split, you know.
I think
if you find yourself on the other side of the river,
it happened like that. It happened like that because the Gegelu and Masata and all of them belongs to Liberia. Don't you think that's why the Kisi left across there and like, you know, and just being a part of Guinea? Because those land as history, as we know,
I mean, it could well be. It could well be because when the poor king, they separated, I mean, they actually split it open. So if you find yourself on the other side, then you automatically become Liberian. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, if your uncle's house was on the other side, then your uncle became Guinean. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what happened to them.
That's exactly what happened. So you telling me you got a cousin on the other side, just one day where man can just draw some kind of land, they say, okay, my man, that Labrador there that Guinea. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is why when I see people talking about, oh, go back Guinea, I can look at it and laugh. Because to understand the situation, you have to go to the genesis, right? The antecedent of what really happened. These are some of the trauma and struggle that a lot of people that don't want to educate themselves to understand the root cause of all of these things. To really like get to understand how these things came about being. You know, there are a lot of people, even from the Kickman side, you know, there are a lot of people that consider that you know what I mean, that part of the side they are Sierra Leone, and then boom, you know, they are Liberian on the other side. But they visit frequently to go visit their family across the river. So what are we talking about?
I don't know how he could sit there and allow that to happen. But go ahead, Morris.
Yeah, but Tori, that's what we're all saying, right? That's what I keep saying. Cross-border war is bad. It's almost like a never-ending war. It's hard for it to end because the people that there can cross over, you will not even know the difference. You just spoke about it. You just listen to the clip, right? The Gisis can come from Guinea, they can cross in Liberia. You will not even know what are the Guinean, because they'll be speaking the Gisi, the Loma as well. The same way they vow to cross from Sierra Leone, because you see, there are a whole lot of exit point. I said this again. You see the Ukraine and the Russia war, everybody thought they're going to be like a, you know, overnight stuff. You see how far you gone? So they think whether Liberia can fight Guinea, whether Guinea get the most powerful arm in Africa, is the war. If just in case anything happen, it will go a long way. It will definitely go a long way, you know, because the people they can see Liberia, they will cross, they go Guinea, they say the Guinean, and they're doing something. The Guinean Liberia, they will cross. They're high looking. The people cross over. They say
Guinean. But I'm not going down without swinging.
So yeah. So you see, so it's not something that we can even. Yeah.
That's why
I just hope the two government able to see. But this is so sad. You can't and Liberia and Guinea they got Mano River Union. They even trying to create the Mano River Parliament. Yes, they just created Parliament, the Mano River Youth Parliament, just recently. What are this? Going into another country, trying to erect your flag for what? What is that? Yeah, I mean it's so disrespectful. You can't do that under no condition. It's wrong. It's wrong.
So before we get on the other topic, right? All of this thing that happening, you know, they always gotta come up with some kind of fun in it. Like people never take anything seriously, and they got it going on the social media. Oh, it's a good thing that that they Kisi people at that bolo and stuff, and now they pass up people trying to get a foya going, and then I sell foya. Like, what the hell? Like, really? Y'all gotta end up with that. you know, I mean,
I saw the children in your hospital.
little AI babies. Yeah.
They say, wow, you say, good, the lamp has up to the border. Now sell our whole place.
They don't come for you.
Seriously, I was gonna tell you like I said, they always put something.
Yeah, that's the fun part. That's the fun part, you know.
But anyway, the next one is for the, like Ghana, the thing that happened in Ghana with the Liberian boy being beaten to death and all of that, and you have all of the lunatics that don't even know their, history on social media that think that they have to support every wrong because they are from a part of that country that makes them patriotic or something like that. Some of them running like with the wrong narratives and stuff. Oh, how we discover Liberia. That's some of it. Like I said, and I told someone, I said, I don't look at these things and kind of, try to start war with a country because of a bunch of lunatics. There are not even many, right? So with all of these things that people will see and start going into, and they think they have to respond negatively to those people and saying negative thing about the entire country because a few, loose screw brains and stuff that don't know their history or don't know what Liberia has done for Africa or has was before in Africa, and they try to make it look like Liberia just did vagabond. Well, right now you can call us that, but we were never there before, right? And then they did a lot in the region or in the whole of Africa. When I look at these things, guys, we always talk about African sovereignty. We always talk about United Africa. We always talk about all of these things, but we like Ghana, they're welcoming the West, people from the West, like the black or white from here, or their own social media. They're happy, marrying all the white men. Some of the white men look like the ones that are in the nursing home, but they are white, right? So they're on Facebook thinking it's a big thing. They're doing all of this, they're doing all of that. But then when it comes to your fellow Africans, like your neighbors, you acting like they're this stranger and something being done wrong. You can't call it out. And before I even knew this whole Liberia thing, I didn't know that they were starting a fight with Nigeria too. And I said, well, how can these two people be? How can this other one be at this one that they both sound the same? If you're not something, you can't really know the difference. They are both doing well, but Ghana is a little up there. We'll give it to them. But how can it be looking at other people and think that, they are not, they should be treated any differently, as if every Ghanaians are in the wars of the Ghana, right? They're not anywhere else. But there. I mean, maybe it was just me losing my mind looking at these people. And then especially the fact Morris and that they come up and said that, when they were killing each other, they said we selfish, gonna do this, gonna do that. And we all know about these refugees, how these things works, right? And we know that Ghana was in the only country that accepted refugees in the African region and all of that. I mean, it's just so mind-boggling when I saw stuff like that and thought that, okay, so it's kind of like you do good for somebody and then you're throwing it in their faces because you don't want to acknowledge something wrong that has happened. Does Ghana think there's, how people can say no man is an island? Do you think from the way they are talking, they think that they are there, they have arrived, and they don't need anybody else in Africa, and they think the West got them? I mean, what are you thinking, Morris?
Well, the first thing we have to, we have to take into consideration what the ordinary people, citizens are saying, and what the government is saying. Because the thing is that we have Liberians living in Ghana, and I've always said this. When you got you and somebody living together, I tell you, make flower. I tell you, it definitely is. So I'm not sure the guy that got killed, even though nobody deserves to die, especially innocent person. Nobody, whoever you are, it doesn't matter who you are, nobody deserves to die. But I'm not sure the guy was killed because he's a Liberian. I'm not sure.
You say you're not sure what?
I'm not sure he was killed purposely because he was Liberian. I'm not sure that was the reason why he was killed. Because there are other Liberians living in Ghana, and Liberians has been living in Ghana for years. There are a lot of Liberians living in Ghana, and there are Liberians still living in Ghana.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether the guy was killed just because he's a Ghanaian, he's a Liberian. On the basis of people saying something, coming on social media, saying stuff, I will not pay too much mind to that, because anybody can say anything. We live in a social media era. People will come on the social media, Liberians should go in their country, this and that. People will say that. But how the government will react, for me, is what matters. How the Ghanaian government will react to this thing. I think the Ghanaian government is going through the investigation.
Yeah. So getting that flower, they've been, calming the situation.
They've been calming the situation. I think they even in contact with the family of the late guy. In constant contact with the family members. So for me, I think that's what matters. I don't care. I don't have time for the ordinary Ghanaian will go on social media and say Ghanaian will go Liberian this and that. I will not really pay no mind to that. I will pay attention to what the government is saying. If the government were lackadaisical or they will pay no attention, then maybe we can say, you know what. But for the fact that the government is doing something, they go through the event, these things happen. There are crazy people everywhere in the world. There are a lot of crazy people everywhere. Somebody wake up and do something. I don't think we should stereotype and consider the entire Ghanaian people to be bad towards Liberian. I don't see it that way. I really don't see it.
And that's what I try to tell people. Like those people who are sitting on social media, look at them. They don't know that history. And now all the Ghana is like that. A lot of Ghanaians are, in solidarity with these people. They are kind of, fighting that this boy gets justice and all of that. So you're right, Morris. I don't think Mr. David, are you sleeping?
Yeah. Let me just come in like this. Liberia is a peaceful nation. It happened to part of Nigeria. Nigeria retaliated. They will not even waste time. They will kill some Ghanaian too. Nigeria going to do it. They will not waste time. But you see, Liberia is very peaceful. When you do everything to Liberia, we can say, let us put it down, let's wait, let's do this thing, let's do that thing. They are not being Liberians. Ghana economy will not go strong like day to day. Even Ivory Coast, Danane became better with barroom system inside the house because Liberia lived there. But before, when you read Danane, all the barroom were outside. You want to go toilet, go outside. You want to take by outside. They build the house, but they can't put the barroom inside the house. Everything was outside. But when Liberians are living there, they start putting barroom inside the houses. When they build new houses, they put barrel inside the houses. And Liberian people make sure they brought Western Union to Danane. That's how you see Danane start getting new banger, new day one, new that one, all that one, Danane start getting bigger. The people start building modern houses there for Liberian. Because the Liberian people, they live in modern houses. This is Ghana. You see with Ghana. Ghana is not good to any African country. Even Liberians, they're not good to us. I will not praise them. They're not good to us or not because they killed our boy or whatsoever. They are not being good. Even going to the refugee center with carry people in the net to grade our whole play and take people from there, it was wickedness. Look at Ivorian. When a war broke out in Africa, go see them inside the PA. If do the one, the people can break wool, Kasawali and give it to them. Even Guinean, they were not good to Liberians at all. When you go in bar, you break wool in the bush, they can follow you. They come to you, they say, paye l'argent. They say, they me 100. Also, some kind of nonsense will be talking about pay. You break the wood, they say, now you can't do anything yet, you will pay the l'argent. And in Africa, you don't fight Ivorian. If you fight Ivorian, you go to jail for 2 years. They harder. Now they in Liberia. See how they enjoy Liberian people can get their food. Liberian people can get the cassava. We're not just that kind of type of people. So that thing Ghanaian doing all the kind of they doing social media. It's not even on a national TV. Let me tell you, it's not on a national radio. They're not announcing nothing. You look at Ghana national radio. They're not announcing about that. They want that people they don't know to hear about it. It's not good. We are being happy in Ghana from day one. Most of the Ghanaians are in America today. Like Ghana today, most majority of them they came from Liberia. They use Liberia passport to come to America. Because Liberia was free visa to America last time they were using Liberia. I see Ghana have more teachers in Liberia than any other country. They had Ghanaian teachers. A lot of them were there. They were there because they were struggling. Liberia was the place that gave them bread to eat. Liberia was the place that gave them food to eat to survive. Ghana was very terrible. So like today now, Liberian, you all go by home. All foreigners, you all go by home. But you forget your history. Even your first president, that first independent, it was a what? He's a Liberian. Was a Liberian. Yeah, but all of them came from Liberia.
Many was Kwame Nkrumah.
And then
Yeah.
Princess
That's what people say.
He's a Liberian. The man will tell you, even when you used to come talk to them, you used to say, welcome back home. They used to do it. But now, Ghanaians, they are very terrible ambassadors to me. My older sister and our children, they live there. That's true. But when it comes to something, I don't like Ghanaians. I don't want to lie to you. I want
Oh, my gosh. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Go ahead, Teray. You just have to be so bold and beautiful.
Yeah, Mr. David always says the quiet part out loud. But look, I'm not gonna sit here and try to hide beyond and try to hide beyond a practice that is universally done across the board. You know what I'm saying? Marginalization, lack of compatibility, that thing is everywhere. You know, more so than in my own country. What do you get all the time? Man, go back to Guinea. You know, we get that all the time. You know, and if we should look at, you know, all the places Mr. David just named, people don't feel that welcoming when foreigners are invading their country. You know, like it's if we leave with the people themselves, they will not allow nobody to come in. But it's government decisions, because government understand that what is chasing you today may be chasing somebody else tomorrow. Look at Guinea, Ghana president, their first president, independent president, who gave Kwame Nkrumah asylum. It was a great Army Secretary of Guinea. Matter of fact, not only that, Secretary brought him in Guinea and made him literally the second minister in the country. You know what I'm saying? So we saw that. And Mr. Davis also talk about, you know, Ghanaians are like this, Ghanaians like that. I would say Liberians overstayed their time in Ghana. The war, man, over 20 plus years. The people want you to leave their country, leave their country. Why are you doing that?
Liberia too.
What?
They can leave Liberia too.
No. Well, that's the thing. You have to. What? Listen to me now. Wait, listen to me. Ghanaians that are in Liberia, they are not there as refugees. Some are there as business people. All that, and we can have a total different conversation on that. They did not come there as refugees. They came there, they themselves, they brought themselves to Liberia under normal circumstances. They're not civil war took them there, right? They came there in search of greener pastures, if you want to put it that way, right? And if they are in there working, then guess what? They pay taxes to government. They're running businesses, they're paying taxes to government. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with the debate that going on right now, say foreigners come and take over the country. Guess what? There's no country in the world that have been built by the indigenous people of that land. Foreigners built countries. You go to Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is being built by foreigners. Even the very Ghana you're talking about, there are foreigners there. But you see what they do, Amy, instead of what we do in Liberia, we give access to foreigners to do anything in our country.
Aha. That's
but Ghana, that is not there. If a foreigner bringing business in Ghana, you bring your money, Amy, let's say you bring $10 million to invest in Ghana. It don't matter what a Ghanaian, but you must have a Ghanaian there who's going to have 40% in that company. Even if they don't have a cent to invest in it. That's how the people have it set up. But in our own country, no. Morris can go in there with $10 million. Morris use it anyhow you want to use it. He hire anybody he wants to hire and treat them any way you want to treat them to a point of even murdering them. We saw that on President George Manasseh when the Lebanese people killed that girl and threw her dead body outside the fence. You know what I'm saying? So these are some of the stuff that we need to clean up as a country before we start putting on more other people. But let me get back to the bigger issue here. The young man that was killed, I want to even go with Morris on this one, that he was not killed because he was a Liberian, right? This is something that Ghanaian themselves, it is something that is entrenched in the Ghanaian culture. I will have you guys visit a couple of years ago. They killed one of their own police officer. If anyone of you remember, this was a young officer who was literally assigned into a different region, right? He got there on this cold Saturday morning. He went out jogging. And a story happened that there was an overnight robbery that happened in certain part of that terrain that morning. And this guy was jogging. And when the crowd kind of like moved into that area and he was jogging around, and someone spotted his pistol on his, you know what I mean, on his traps. And then they get the scent on the guy. They kill him. It was this guy who was the president at the time. They got out there before Muhammad. You know, the Ghanaians sent troops in there. They arrested the entire community. So this is something that seems to be happening in Ghana. You know, but I don't think that brother was killed based on the fact that someone had it written on his face that he was a Liberian and it came based on that. No, it's something that happened even in Guinea. You know, when or what happened in Liberia recently. I mean that I think was doing, I believe 2 years ago or 3 years ago. The lady that they literally molested in Liberia because someone called her role, and they trained him, they started juking, staking her and all that stuff. I don't know what you follow that story. You know, so these things happen. It's called mud justice. You go in a community where nobody knows you in a community, and someone just say roll, then people just jump on you and kill you. You know, it's unfortunate that it happened that way, but again, we ourselves need to learn as Liberians. We are put Ghana on a pedestal by saying to say Ghana was this America.
Amy, we still got to close, right?
Come by. Hey, thank you.
Every time we're like, yeah, we're going Ghana. We're going Ghana. This is the thing, man. Make your country a damn Ghana too, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make your country a Ghana. Any Liberian so-called celebrity now. Oh, I'm going Ghana. Oh, I'm going Ghana. Guess what? Look, man, have some pride too. Create your own Ghana in your place there. That money going invest in Ghana.
Did you hear me today or not?
Invest in your local business in there, right?
Jermaine, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah, I'm not hearing you before, but I hear you now.
You're not hearing me before. All right. Jermaine, why I agree with most of the things you said, right? But I don't think the argument is that people are saying that they killed him because he was a Liberian. That is far from that. Okay. the thing is that they killed when this boy was killed, and why I agree that mob justice, especially in Liberia, what we condemn all the time, they do it all the time. Which we talk about, they murder people, beat them to death with rocks and stone in the streets, right? And like the lady that you just mentioned, you know, we talk about it all the time. But that doesn't mean that if these people are known, that they shouldn't be caught and brought to justice. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what happened, that when this thing happened, they were letting these people to jail, you know, be something about it and make it look like it was nothing. And people started making it sound like, oh, because he was a Liberian, it was nothing. So this is where the outrage came from. Now, am I telling you, say, oh, that guy did not do anything wrong, he was such a something? I don't know that, right? But regardless of what happened, if he did anything wrong, he should have been. There are laws and you know, there's something in the country. Like we always talk about Liberia issue, right? Call the police, have him arrested, let him go to jail if he did something wrong and something. But you don't mock the person to death just because we do it. It happened in our country before. It doesn't mean that when it happened to somebody in another country, we shouldn't talk about it. That we can't make that a yard saying and say, oh yeah, because it's something that is so, how dare we? The only thing about that I've seen is that when people coming on, and not the few people, not all the, you know, not the intelligent and what something Ghanaians are there that understand what this means, you know, losing a child or whatever. When people come here and making it like, oh, you are killing yourself, why should this be a problem? And they tell you, oh, you are coming here when you were murdering yourself. Like, why does that have to come up? You know? Or you can tell somebody like, if people they're crazy or foolish Liberian who's trying to make it all a like war between two countries when it's not. You can't just take the actions of few and put it on the entire country. You can't do that. You know, you can't tell a few people from Liberia acting like a fool and then you say, oh, Liberians are like this, oh, Liberians. No, you can't do that. Right, and that's not what was going on. That's not the makers. Few of the makers seems like it was that. I guess those are the one that people see and they are bad and worse with, right? And Liberians are not, like you said, Liberians went to Liberia because of the war. I mean, went to Ghana because of the war. Ghanaians are coming before and even after the war, while Liberia is still struggling to build. They are coming there, they are living their freedom, they are doing whatever they want freedom. No one is running behind them and saying that, oh, go back to your country. Liberia, everybody know every foreigners are living in Liberia. They are free. As though you're not crossing the boundaries, committing crime or whatever, everybody, Ghanaians, everybody are welcome in our country, right? When they're talking about nationality, they're talking about citizenship, now that's when the topic can come up. But to say just seeing Ghanaian there or doing whatever, something, they don't bother anybody. They don't do that. So when you talking about in Liberia, Ghanaians are in Liberia too, there are certain things, you just said it. Those people have laws in that country. Liberia can't just go in Ghana and just do whatever they want there and just get business the way Ghanaians can come to Liberia and do it. It can't happen like that. So for them to have the kind of freedom they have in Liberia and some of them don't know. That's what I said. People don't know. They are not educated enough on these things and have the audacity to think that they are doing Liberians a favor that nobody is doing for any Ghanaians. That's the part that makes them alive when we see the thing we just pass by it, because who are you? Why am I about to take my Jada and put my phone on to come battle with you when you don't even know what you're talking about? You know? Liberia ran to your country because of civil war. You were, according to some of your people, then that even people are putting out videos. Used to talk about the way they used to talk about Liberia, and when they used to, you know, praise Liberia, how Liberia was a safe haven, Liberia was this, Liberia was, everybody was running to Liberia. Ghanaians lived in Liberia peacefully before the war. After the war, they're still there. They run back, they're still there. What makes you think that all of Ghanaians are living in the walls of Ghana? That you think that you will say, oh, everybody should leave. They should do the Nigerian leave, there's other people leave and stuff like that. Then you're not, something wrong with you. You crazy. So I can't even look at people that I ain't can, Morris, and say I come put my phone and can't battle words with you. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Right? War can happen anytime to anybody. War nothing. God forbid we don't want it to happen in Ghana. We don't even want it to happen in any African country because we know what it feels like, right? We know that. But God forbid if war was to come in Ghana right now, you will be all over the place. Ghanaians will be all over the place seeking refuge from everywhere. So for you to use that difficult time for Liberians to think that that's something you come into in our faces, that's the part I just had me like, okay, you had no idea. That's what you're talking. At least Liberian was running away from something. But what are your people running away from? Nothing. And they are there. So like you said, you don't battle words with these people. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't have any clue whatsoever. And I don't look at it and I say, oh, the whole entire Ghanaians, yeah, they got some selfish one. They got, maybe most of them, people who live within the know. But they really do have some nice ones. They have the intelligent ones. They have them that understand what's going on, that people need justice. There's no way in Liberia that somebody will come and say, or foreigner because you're Ghanaian or because you're Seven because this somebody maliciously marked you to death in the street now. Because I feel like I'm a Liberian, I would sit there and support it and say because I'm in Liberia flag. I would never do that. That's inhumane, So that's the point. Nobody is saying that, it doesn't happen. Also say this thing doesn't happen in other countries, but when it happens, there should be justice. You preach for that. And that's all because it happened in our country too. And do that one year too. Or they do that one year too. That's not the comparison there. I don't think it up. Mr. Davis will be not go ahead, Morris.
We're closing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. We're gonna do the citizenship thing. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, let me just pick it back on what Mr. Davis said. You see, about Liberians were in Ghana, this and that. Look, the Geneva Convention, 1948 Geneva Convention, state that in terms of war or probably national disaster, you can go in any country and live in that country. That was the 1948 Geneva Convention. And by the way, it was the same Geneva Convention, it was the same 1945 Geneva Convention that declared Israel a state. They came from all over the place. They just said that they say, what, we'll create a country called Israel, you'll be there. But that one a different topic for another day. So that 1948 Geneva Convention states that it gave the right to, when your country at war, the citizen of that country can go and live anywhere. But this is the thing. After the war finished, that's two things. You can either come back in your country or you be integrated in that country. That means you become citizen in that country. But the law now say you must live there forever as a citizen of your country and where the war finished. No, that was not that one. That's not what the law said. And that's the reason why when the war fight in your country, in foreign country, the international committee, the UN, World WHO, they will help you. Plus the host country, they will help you as well. And they did that for Liberia. Fast forward, there are a lot of people who went through repatriation through that program. They were there. And war finished. You either become citizen of that country or you go back in your country. Oh, it happened in other countries. It happened in Guinea, Liberia, Sierra Leone, other country. Even Sierra Leone, display refugee that were in Liberia, I think the last program they had was under Madam Salif. Almost like 2,500 Liberian citizens became Liberian. I think in Stamokat and Kowe. So it happened everywhere. Liberians, on the other hand, the people say they can go to America, they can come back, and some of them didn't wanted to naturalize. And the people want to develop that place, so they got to demolish. So I don't consider that being wicked to Liberians. They stay there for years.
There's no more refugee camp, right?
Yeah. There, right? So they stay there for years upon years. The people keep giving them time. The people giving them time. At the end of the day, Mr. David, the people got to develop a country, so they demolish. So I don't see that as being wicked. It's the same thing that happened in our country today. When they demolish area, they say, oh, the people, they won't be emotional, sentimental, political, all those things. But that's just it. In 5 seconds, look, what Guinea did was wrong. They have no right to come in and march in another country with arms and erect their flag or whatever. It was wrong. I just hope the two governments able to meet and be able to resolve the thing amicably fast, so that it will not, it will not go into resolve into something different. But it was a good one for tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, man. It's the Davis.
Yeah. With Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
There's no limit for being a refugee. There's no limit.
Refugee?
Yeah, to be a refugee, there's no limit.
There's no limit.
There's a time you should go by. No, there's no limit with that. That's certain thing that gonna move you back home or something. It happens all around the world. I've already stayed in Liberia. There were no more going out records. Why they didn't go back? But some of them don't feel safe to go back. Some of them feel where they caught. Are
they still under the status of being refugees?
Yes, they still call them refugees. They still call them refugees. They are refugee centers. You go Secretary, you will see refugee center, Ivorian refugee center. It there, it still exists. There's refugee. You go even Guinea today, you will see some Liberians say refugee. So let me don't say the other way.
Mr. Anyway, go ahead.
Don't say the other way. Liberians, even security, even police, the way Liberians can handle foreigner, we ourselves we can even talk for foreigner in Liberia and foreigner talk for all in our country. That's a big policeman harassing either a Guinean or Ivorian or somebody. You will see Liberian people go there and put themselves into it and beg that policeman to be that man. But it don't happen in that country. Liberia is just quite different when it comes to all those stuff. Liberia is very different. We have Ghanaian that came when Ghana couldn't even afford bread to eat. They stay in Liberia. They are grown. They were children, grandchildren. They live in Liberia. They came in the 60s, in the 70s.
Liberians now.
No, what brought them? They're the same thing. Let me tell you, the same migration is called by war, destiny, and different things is called causes migration. They don't want to say that only war can cause migration. No. They don't want to say war that they do that. No. People move from place to place due to they're looking for a suitable place to be.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ghanaian that came to look for a suitable place to be that time when Ghana was very tough, they couldn't even afford bread. Do we tell them they won't go back? They got some Liberians in Ghana, they're not even living in refugee center no more. They're living in houses, they're paying rent. They bought, you're talking about the place, they bought like apartment complex. You know, refugee area. Was an apartment complex that he went to his friend. And the people, the security, including the pregnant one, they deliberately called out all teeth and the people came around him and they didn't see him stealing anything. And they killed him. The thing happened to me in America. I was helping people to drive in the community. Some people, they need to come and stay with me. They learn to drive on the road. I was helping them drive in the community. The people called. That's a white community I live in. They called. They didn't see me before. They not see that car several times. They not see me before. The policeman came. I said, wow. You see, the people said there's some looting on that went on in the play here. There's some black people that did it. So it mean, I said, so it mean that because black, I mean they want to do it. The policeman told me, no, policeman put me on my car. Policeman, even to my wedding prayer, policeman I can't put me on my car. Policeman say, you know what, we can cancel now on some call. Just look at America. You get a lot of people with their problem. When they call police, 1, 2, 3 police, that kind of shoot, they will say, we call the police what I think.
It's true.
That's the reason you see when they call police, we come. That's what the man told me. Even the player working, police man told me like that. He said the reason we come because when the man shoot, he said he called police 4, 5, 7, and get record to it. Police never attend, that's the reason he shoot.
And the police began.
Yes. Yeah. Then they will start investigating the police because the police commander got resign because he never attend on call. On the 911 call. He said that why you see when the people call, we go there. Because when you not go there, anything happens, they will hold the police responsible. Because they get records of that. So Ghana shouldn't be sitting down today. We say Ghana, Liberia refugee. The people get at any time to go back home. They won't go back home. In the next 20 years, they can go back home. There are some people said they were born in Ghana, they never even read Liberia before.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even know Liberia.
Their parents are Liberians, but they're not.
Yeah, they are not. We have Ghanaian in Liberia. Can you imagine even though we are another foreigner from Nigeria made himself Wabodiki? He was in government. He's not even citizen. He lied on the oath. Some countries don't happy. But Liberia is very sweet.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Free land of liberty. And when it comes to the Lower South, I will not praise the surveillance to take law into their own hand. Nobody can stand military tension. Those people that military, they are trained. None of that thing that were in our hand, I made sure opinion and I made people to go by. No, it was not diplomatic mean. It was not diplomatic mean. They men will not go back. I don't care what you do, they will not go back. When the men came, when they were putting a flare, why they didn't go there to put the flag down?
Well, they put a
flare on the sit down, they went for bullet.
You don't want to get it put that credit the first day.
No, the people went for patrol. The army, you saw the army in the bush. You saw the army in the bush in the community went for patrol to patrol. They didn't stop one place. Why they couldn't stop them? Why they couldn't engage them? Why the people were passing from village to village? Why they couldn't engage them?
Village to village.
Yeah, you saw the army in like for fully armed. They were going from place to place.
That's not true.
They don't want to stop to that bullet.
They were right to that bullet.
No, they didn't stop there. They went in. I was saying the
remnants of the story we're hearing here right now.
Yeah. No, they went in. With a uniform, they went far off. You saw the people with picker and all? You saw the army people with picker?
So they crossed the picker over the water?
No, they crossed different points.
What's wrong with them, man?
You will not believe it.
Give me 5 seconds, man. Please, just 5 seconds. You will not even go 5 seconds. Look, Mr. David, refugee program can end. That's why they can tell you can either go back to your country or you integrate or you live in the country on your own. But the program can end. Refugee program can end. Hey, my man. That's not something that can last forever. It can end.
But the men they're not refugee. They can make the refugee.
Every Liberian Ghanaian that have integrated.
No, you said refugee. You said refugee program can end. Anyway, go ahead.
I see some refugee before I was born. Said they take a refugee.
Go ahead. Okay, no problem.
Mr. Davis.
People don't get refugee status forever.
Mr. Davis.
Thank you.
You might have right to your opinion, but you don't have right to the facts. All right? We're all refugees. We are in a town in Gigidu, in Zidogre, where United Nations to us, that their mission in the foreign region at the time has come to conclusion that everybody on their own, that everybody for themselves, God for all. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Oh yeah, so I don't know why Mr. David coming with things say, you know what I mean? Refugee ticket free. Who told you? If you go there, if the people tell you, look, our mission here has come to close, then obviously you know this, Mr. Davis. When people move like that in places, they marry some locals, people integrate. Refugee men marry refugee woman. Mm-hmm. Citizen with that locality marry, a refugee. So people get integrated that way, I have some of my sisters, they got married to Guinea. They did not return back to Liberia. And likewise, I had a sister, a Pele sister, who got married to a police chief. You know what I mean? She didn't return back. So at the end of the day, yes, if you go Conakry right now, Amy, there are thousands of Liberians there. Mm-hmm. Likewise, you go to La Côte d'Ivoire. There are thousands of Liberians there.
They never went back home. Yeah.
People don't know any other place but Ivory Coast. They don't know any other place but Guinea. Coming back to Liberia, some of us now at this point, we just go back to Liberia because we got relatives there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the fact that we got relatives there, that will always connect us and bring us back to Liberia because we got loved ones there. But look at my little brother that were born in Guinea now, doing the war. Or my little sister that were born. Some of them, they are not even there. They are in that 20, 24, 25, 26. They have not even put foot in Liberia. You know what I mean? But their parents from Liberia, though. So you got that situation. But to say the refugee process it ends. That's the reason why that Bujumbura camp, the Ghanaian told the High Commissioner that the thing is over. But there are some elements within the Liberian society, just because even let's say in Zedekure area, right? When the Ivorian refugees started coming from La Côte d'Ivoire, because I was in Zedekure at the time, they opened two camps. You have one, they used to call it Camp Lene. Camp Lene was the one that was open around around Lola Way there, in the bush somewhere there. We used to go play basketball there, you know what I mean, from 0th grade. Then the open one on Bela Highway, they used to call that Camp Kola. You know? But they took the people in the bush, Amy. So refugees cultivated that place, they turned it into a town.
See?
So this is where some people have this you know, connection and how do you call this? Like they have some broader right to that place.
I think that's what happened to the Bujumbura camp.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because they feel like they have sort of built a generation upon generation in that camp. They just feel they are their own republic. You know what I mean?
Republic of camps.
You know, they fail to realize that boy just brought it in there to just spend time. You know? So, I mean, look, yeah, we can say the situation in which that guy got killed, right? And still say, yeah, it's unfortunate that it happened. And that could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
That story is so sad, Amy. You know, it is so sad. And for it to happen to that brother and for him to be killed the way he got killed, I mean, it is sad. And Mr. David was talking about the news that did not make the national TV, bro. Ghana not a small country, Ghana big as hell. Not every local news will make national news, bro. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. And this not to say, like, you know, but Ghana is a big ass country. You don't expect every local news to make national news. But even at that, you know, we just pray for the family. It's unfortunate that the brother got killed the way he got killed. But somebody just commented here too that the person said Ghana is an ethno state. You know, that coming from Fix Electronics 4769. You know, that's brother Fix Electronics, you know, opinion. You know, I know my sisters went to school in Ghana. They were there, Ghanaian, educated. One is a doctor, one is a nurse, all in America right now, doing really well. You know, but by the end of the day, man, you know, everybody's story can be the same. You know, and to close on this, Brother Fix Electronics asked me, what do I know about Horoya? Well, I know a lot about Horoya, brother. Like I said, I grew up in Guinea. I know about Horoya, Bafana, Monalco. Horoya actually, one of their players at the time was Suri Kaba, aka Suri Kundu. You know, a great player for Monaco at the time. Was actually you know, loaned to Horoya, and he did a lot of good things for Horoya at the time. So yeah, I'm very, very entrenched into Gegedu. I don't know any other place in this life but Gegedu. And yeah, man, I just hope that this situation will be you know, swiftly and decisively resolved, and everybody will go back, living their daily lives. But at the end of the day, we need to fortify our border entry point. Omen Baka, I know you're doing a lot, even a new diagnostic center that is being erected right now. I mean, it is. Amy, have you seen that? That is a massive project. I mean, absolutely humongous space. I like the fact that I don't know where they're building that thing, but the fact that it's isolated from all that noise and stuff like that. I love it. And the parking spaces, it is US style construction. I love it. But yeah, that's what it. I just wanted to end on that. But Amy, thank you very much for the show. Always pleasure being on with Morris and Mr. Jay Davis. Back to you, Amy. And to our viewers, thank you guys
everyone for coming, for watching. Tomorrow we'll talk about that Liberia citizenship to non-Negroes. Negro, please. Okay. So we some of us have some opinion about that. And I know you don't want to be called xenophobic, but the fact still remains that, but like Ture first put it, right, when he touched on it, I think that the lawmakers and the government has to come up with some kind of plan to protect the citizens, because the way I see the whole thing, just touching on it a little bit, is a fear, right? That is out there, right? For the locals, for the common Liberians that we see in other countries, like South Africa, right? There's real South African like slaves in South Africa. They are poor. If you're talking about non-Negroes, not a white man himself is not going to come and do, knowing Liberia now, the way we are now and something, but the people who are there that are considered to be white people, Lebanese and Indians, who are treating them like a piece of trash and slaves already, right? Imagine giving those women power over there and they got money over them and the corruption in the country and all of that. So it still is kind of dangerous unless they put something in place to protect people, or else I don't think we're ready for that. I think it should stay like that. But we'll continue on that tomorrow.
But
thank you so much.
Thank
you so much for coming, for watching, and for chilling with us every time, every night, every hour. We appreciate you. And until tomorrow, let's keep on praying for our country. We don't want no problem. Getting step on our toes, go by your business, carry your bottle. We will move our foot from there.
And we will not speak.
We want no problem.
The president will not speak.
We know what it is to be on a gunfire. We know what it is. I know people sitting on Facebook, the people should do that. The comments or do that because they are not, some of them because they are not there. You got people in the region. You're sitting up here saying those things. When push comes to shove right now, guess what? You are not there. Innocent people are there. They are already fighting for that daily bread. At least let it be peaceful. Let it be in peace, right? And be looking for that daily bread, then to be running away, running away from bullets, then trying to find daily bread and all of that. Been there, done that. Don't want that anymore. Okay? So, whatever overgrown kush.
I can't wait for that conversation tomorrow.
Whatever overgrown kush that Guinea is smoking, we pray that they stop smoking it and stop doing whatever they're doing so they're counterparts in the regions and kind of put this whole thing to rest and have
he's a tall black guy. He can't even laugh.
Oh, he's big. That Negro is big. Oh my goodness. I'm like, how the hell he's that tall? He is really tall. Seriously. He make our president look like that was picking standing here. When JB was shaking his hand, I'm like, Jesus.
That tall Brabby.
How did he become that? He's like a monster, like a giant. How did he become that tall?
Then man go jump military. I will send the man video to you. It did I make, you know, you see why in life some people can cause their own trouble here. The papa cause their own dismarch.
They want the president out there.
The president.
Yeah, he not
then when he brought a guy, made a guy, you know, the leader. I mean, obviously he was a member of the French foreign legion. So the French military got like a branch in military that are just meant for foreigner. That is some weird kind of arrangement.
That's kind of segregation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he was a member of that. You know, so I think they were able to spot the guy. And he decided to bring the guy.
He is pretty quick to get spotted. I'm telling you, like.
So he brought the guy in because he did not trust the current. I mean, at least at that time, he did not trust the structure of the military because he wanted.
He would have left them just like that.
No, but you have to understand. And so the Pape calculation was because he been in opposition for like 40 years. You know what I mean? It's like the current crown prince of Iran. Who been out of the country for 40 years, but then he pushing Trump to go do regime change so he can go to a country where he have not been for 40 years. I mean, the insanity of that it just amazes me. So Conte have not been in the country for 40 years. He was in opposition, probably left the country doing secretary time. And Jean Lansana Conte time for 26, 27 years, Conte was president. He will come in the country, but the last time he left because he was dragged into so many things. So he went back, France, wanted to come back after Conte have died, ran for president, won. So he did not trust the current military establishment in the country. So he went and brought in the Doumbouya guy, allowed the guy to form his own military, like segment, for lack of a better word, right? And took the guy on a branch of that military outside of the function and the oversight of the internal defense ministry. So this guy was not answerable.
He's gonna give him a blank check.
He was not answerable to the defense ministry.
Oh my God!
He was just his own man in an establishment, and the president trusted him.
That is a recipe for disaster.
And the Papa dog his own hole.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Say the whole he did for me at John Boy, but if I did my own.
For you.
If they play with like Guinea with 4.
Oh, Guinea with 4. Look, man, let me tell you.
Guinea with 4. And
somewhere else.
And I do it 2 or 3 then and I'm missing. You watch it.
So Guinea somebody else's hand, Mr. Davis. We want Guinea to pour our hand.
Guinea with 4.
Somewhere.
Guinea for a refugee can come to our side. They know what would be out of.
Sure. You know how many refugees were in Guinea?
We don't care.
No, you have to care. You can't.
Okay. We will not open refugee center. We'll open it right to that same border crossing.
You can't something.
That's why I say that same border crossing will open it for them. We'll go protect them in our own Guinea.
The man I say refugee program can end. I see you.
You Refugee program can end. Yes, they continue going all around.
Nah, refugee program you can integrate. You can't be refugee forever.
They all around the world. They continuing. You don't end.
When the war is over,
if the refugee program will end, it means the war is over.
Mr. David, you have to understand. The
I didn't
condition
say
that made you a refugee, if those conditions does not exist, and the agency that was protecting you in that foreign land, if that agency they can no longer protect you, right? They end. Come on, Mr.
You guys didn't understand what I said. I'm speaking from a backdrop. Refugee program doesn't end. It means like a Liberian refugee I was talking about. So talking blah 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 blah. It don't end. All around the world.
Look at them, man. He said the people in Liberia, the people that were in Ghana, they were refugees.
Program don't end. It don't end. No matter where you at, it don't end.
All right, thank you. I swear to God, man. Amy, where you got it, man, from?
I'm gonna go Liberia. In the government,
how you look at it, man? You say where Amy got it, man, from?
But Amy brought all. But Amy brought all.
Don't take good measure. If Ghana government don't take good measure, Ghana people will return home.
David asked the same question where Amy brought me from.
I don't care for that one.
Amy, wait.
You refugee?
A refugee?
Yeah, you see what?
Mr. Davis, why would you want to attack innocent people for what?
They're not innocent.
Some ignorant people are doing.
They're not ignorant.
They're Ghanaians in Liberia. What have they done?
They Liberia, what they kill you are ignorant the same way.
When the police killed Diallo in New York,
in Liberia, what do they have to do with what?
We are waiting for measurement between government, police, between police and police. But I'm telling you, Liberian people just waiting for that noise. The Ghanaian will return to go back home.
When the police people killed Diallo in New York, it think it was an attack on Guinea?
Yeah.
When the police killed Diallo in New York,
yeah.
When they killed Diallo in New York, they do it out of racism. They didn't do it because it was
racism. Yeah. Come on, man.
Let me see you.
Come on, man.
It was racism.
No, it was not.
He had profile because he was black. He didn't touch.
He was black. That racism they came in for.
Did you guys follow the whole scoop of that story?
The one from Minnesota too. That racism.
It was misidentity. It was misidentity.
Misidentity.
Exactly. He was black. I was little when I think
it was misidentity.
Amy,
why they made identity with white men?
Yeah, well, he was black.
Right? He happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
At the wrong time.
Yeah, that's time. He just happened. He just happened to be in the country. No. He
how do you know the play was the
wrong move? He made a wrong move.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? The police are pursuing somebody else. Wait, nah, I've read the whole story.
We all follow that story.
You know, he made the wrong move. He just entered the country. He did not fully understand, you know, when police pursuing people, any attempt to run, you know what I mean? You become, you know, like, you know, a target. Because almost like you're trying to flee.
He did not run.
Amy,
what
attempted. Why? Okay, wait now. Why?
He did a ball wrong. He did wrong. Just look, okay?
Wait now.
You
know, but that's not saying.
It's
he
not
was trying to put his hand in his pocket.
You not see, but that's the thing. I said he made the wrong move.
Yeah,
right?
But he wasn't running.
When they tell you,
he was trying to get his identification. He did not know that they had to tell him first. He was getting red. You got bush arm in it. You are African man. It's technically like something like that. He did not know what he was thinking. He wanted to take on his
if Mr. Diallo in the country, right?
That's where he got sifted.
If Mr. Diallo in the country, Mr. Diallo understood. If Mr. Diallo in the country for a prolonged period of time, he understood like the all of the intricacies. Like if police pull you over, right, you keep your hands on the steering until, right, then they pull you over. Police officer walking to you. What do? You keep your hand on the steering wheel, right? Even the moving to grab, we're not, sir. Can I reach for my? But that you see, that's the thing, and that's why you will get that, because I'm explaining thing for people that are listening to understand how the thing work, right? Police officer walk to you, they pull you over. Once you hear that thing, one up, you know, you pull over. You keep your hands on the steering wheel at all time. Even when the police officer talking to you, right, asking you, sir, registration and insurance. Even before you can make a move to reach to your pocket to grab your ID card, something like that, sir, can I reach for my ID card?
Yeah, he did not do that, but he.
You know what I mean? So the police officer can know that you move, you reaching for your ID card, the ID card, and you're asking.
So you fall for it. What do you mean? See?
Do racial profiling.
George Floyd the kid, like what?
Hey man, do not make.
No, let's not do that. It's different from what happened.
We are not yet. I'm not yet trying to.
You can kill anybody at any time,
brother. The George Floyd situation, we saw it. We saw David. We saw Derek Chauvin put a knee on that guy's neck for 13 minutes. 13 minutes and 35 seconds. We saw that. That was a murder, right? In the first degree.
So they are not murder.
Right? You see?
Mr. David, why you can't have
Mr. David, I don't know why, like,
when your time people here.
We saw Trayvon Martin, right? We saw Trayvon Martin when a kid.
Well, I asked the question why Amy brought the man for that. You said I'm not asking the question.
Trayvon Martin, right? That was a murder, right? We saw Philando Castillo in the city, Minnesota. That was a murder. I can give you a scoop of names of people that
woman when they drive from the car, they ask police.
But let me tell you now, but we're not. We saw Cassandra Bland, right? That was a murder. You know, I can give you lists of the look. I'm an advocate. I am so
can I ask you a question
into this thing. I can give you the one end that.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask me a question now. What's up?
The people they call them murder, when they said George Floyd, what happened to the police officer?
The police officer was sentenced.
Sentenced to what?
Sentenced to I believe what, 20 years?
Yeah, let me read 20 years.
Oh yeah, it did.
So, but the point.
What is that?
I can tell you right now. We don't have to go far.
No, Mr. Jerry, what does that have to do with the conversation?
I'm just trying to tell you, when they're vindicating you, then they will bring all kind of complications and say they want happy, they want not happy. All those
Mr. David,
that dialogue said, man, they're talking about that what they call video, they show you people. They kill that man, they murder him because they
Mr. David, you were not in America at that time. You were not in America at that time.
Information is so readily available for everybody, right?
When you came America,
Derek Chauvin was sentenced
where to America?
Yeah.
In a manner. You were not in America.
Yeah, I was very young in Philly at the time.
Mr. Davis, Derek Chauvin was sentenced to 22 and a half years, 270 months in state prison for a second-degree murder of George Floyd.
How many years?
22 and a half years.
Okay. So
with 270 whatever months that is for the brutal murder of that George Floyd, right? People say he should have gotten life, and I truly believe that he should have gotten life. But again,
you think that was a first degree?
I really thought it was a first degree because number one, they got in handcuffs under police custody and under the law. Anybody that you have now under your custody, you should protect that person. That is the same thing we brought up about that whole thing that happened in Raleigh when the police went and arrested who doing that camera in Kita land disputing when they went into the mosque and grabbed the imam and other people. They did not protect them. Those people were already under the police custody. The police should have done everything to protect them. Right? Once you handcuff somebody, now you sort of protect the person.
And that's what the last time food.
Right? You know what I mean? So The fact that this guy was able to subdue this guy, the guy in handcuffs, he still went ahead and take his knee and put it on the guy's neck. When the guy was crying for his mother. Do you know what it takes for a grown man to call that mother knee in a situation like that? Because the only person that could help them in that situation was your mother. You know what I mean? And this guy kept his knee on that guy's neck until the guy died. So you tell me, if that is not a first degree premeditated murder, then
I don't know
what it is.
premeditated part.
Huh?
I think he was trying to act big and bad. He probably because George Floyd was under the influence, by the way. Okay,
No, it don't matter. You still kill the guy.
No, it does matter because we don't know at that point. Correct, it does. Because at that point,
it's not a crime. It's not a crime for
you're
being
not
under the
listening
influence.
to me though. That's not what I'm saying.
No, but
if you drink something, let's say drink or alcohol or something, you sweating and something or it pump, making your heart pound faster, that's something that adding. There's somebody trying to put you in a situation that you cannot breathe from there. It could have been a different situation if you were not under that situation, if you're not under that influence. You don't know that.
No, I don't know nothing. All I know, he put his knee on the guy's neck.
You're not listening to me.
I mean, come on, man.
I do that Mr. Darius right now when you are talking.
No.
Somebody listen. It could have been a different situation.
No, I mean, I don't know.
It could have. I'm saying I'm not gonna be all sentimental about this and not be realistic. Okay, it could have been a different situation or not. You understand what I'm saying? But his body, his system was not the same at that point. And then you go do something horrible like that to him. Something horrible like that, you go do it to him. It kind of quicken, fasting, whatever happened to him to happen to him. Now that is murder. I'm not saying it's not. But for me to say you knew that for a fact, for it to be a first degree intentional premeditated, I don't know about that part.
What is premeditated?
But it is premeditated.
Premeditated. The man decide I will put my knee on the man there to die.
I don't think premeditated is something like that though. In law,
Amy, if you put someone handcuffed, right? Like the way this guy would literally hand behind his back, handcuffed on the concrete. You take your knee and put on the man's neck. The man is telling you he can't breathe, continuously telling you he can't breathe. That's not premeditated. That's not premeditated. I don't know what it is.
The evidence shows that was premeditated.
Tell you what, I understand premeditated to be from watching CSI and
premeditated intentionally.
Listen now, for watching CSI and what other show name. Brooklyn was 2-1. Oh, I see. What's the other show name? What's my other show name?
You got criminal minds.
I understand premeditated to be.
You got criminal mind.
Criminal mind and all of that.
You got CSI Los Angeles, CSI Miami.
Yeah. So let
me premeditated. Example, I sit outside. I sit in my house. I say I'm going to talk to Ray.
Premeditated from those.
I make sure they're happy. I premeditated before I go. It's happy.
We're not understanding each other if we're talking over each other. So premeditated, what I understand from those shows to be, right, Ray? You and I, or let's say you got something against me, or I got something against you, or I plan from the get-go from my home, something like that. Now, you know what? Tarek been doing this to me. Tarek did this to me. Tarek got this to me. Tarek, you know what? I will kill Tarek. And then I start to plan your killing. I go and buy things then to put in a bag, to put in a little suitcase. After I do this, I'm planning it, right? What I would do to you, I'm premeditating everything that will happen, and then I'll go ahead and do it. It's different from me going in the street and just meeting someone and something happened and I kill the person. I don't think that's premeditated. It's a murder, yes. But is it premeditated? Is it first degree? No, it's not the same as the one that I planned and anticipated on doing to you. So from my CSI, Miami, and all of that, and this is what I understand premeditated to be. Okay.
But Amy, record shows that the guy is not even his first time. The police guy are not even his first time. Record shows that are not his first time. Of you know, they kind of add. And besides that, yeah, the police officer. And besides that,
it wasn't the first time with George Floyd.
No, not George Floyd, with other people.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the fact that he been doing this with other people, right? And for your own explanation you give what premeditation is, they got left. You know, police can leave their house to go on the street and say, I'm going to do bad thing. So they are going to harass people. They can leave their house to go on the street. So they are going to harass people. For your own explanation, that's premeditation. The fact that they men were on the street.
You gotta prove that.
You
gotta prove it.
But the evidence shows the fact that
you can just say, oh, Amy decided to do that when Amy don't even know who's in the street. I gotta premeditate somebody, a specific person.
Amy, you don't have to know who the person. You go on the street to target anybody who come your way.
Amy, this show will build this show on transparency, and when you're wrong, you admit it that you're wrong. With your definition, Amy, with their definition of premeditated.
Read out the definition. I said for my shows and what I understand.
No. Amy, wait now. Let me give you a flower now. All right, you're absolutely right. So the killing of George Floyd constitutes second-degree murder.
Hey.
You know what I mean? It's not premeditated.
My cash app is my number.
Because what you said, Amy, you're absolutely right.
Apologizing.
No, but I mean, look, there's the thing. If I'm wrong, I'll always own up to my wrong.
No, but seriously, that's good to read because
that's the only way we learn, right?
That's the only way we learn. Is how to get away with murder. That's the only way. What are you trying to do?
Premeditated murder is the willful, intentional, and deliberate killing of another person planned in advance rather than committing a sudden impulse. Key elements include a conscious, cool state of blood decision to take a life, which can form immediately before the act, but require more than a split second. All right. Now, this is second degree. I want to agree with second degree.
Yeah.
So second degree, intentionally killing that lack prior cool-headed reflection or any, he murdered
the guy. But that's
basically, that guy did not wake up that morning that I'm going to go find
George Floyd today.
Who's going to, allegedly go into a mom and pop shop and take whatever he took from there. You know what I mean? So I see why that would constitute. They give you second degree instead of.
It's not a first degree.
Instead of premeditated.
You have to prove that. If you were charging that guy Morris with first degree premeditated, you gotta prove it. How do you know this guy was meditating this thing? How do you know he premeditated this murder before it happened? How do you know what does he know this guy from? All of that would play out in courts. So yes.
Let me tell you about some premeditation can happen without you knowing, even in the court of law or something. Let me tell you what happen. People that fight karate, people that go for officer training, police training, whatsoever. You get points on people that can kill people. You get very points on your body. When you touch it, the person can die. The policeman know it. That's why he put his knee there for him to die.
It's still not premeditated.
No, just listen to me, though. You get very points on your body.
I know that.
Yeah, when you do karate, when you get certain belt, you don't fight one person because it means you want to kill the person. So you want to tell me, maybe that policeman a black belt holder, he know where to kill George Floyd. He could premeditate and say, no, I will put my name on it.
You can say he cool.
But Amy, the thing here is that, right? That is just one explanation. Like what David is saying. I agree with Mr. David. He's making some point because the thing here is that if you press your foot on somebody, You know that the person being sophisticated, you suffocate the person can breathe. You know that when that would lead to death. So the whole idea about premeditation is just how you explain it. I can go on the street as a police officer and say, I go on the street. The fact that I know what I'm supposed to do, what I'm not supposed to do. I see somebody, get the fact I don't know the person, and I shoot the person. That can be considered as a premeditation, not because I don't have to know the person. The fact that I know that if I shoot the person will die, definitely. Live bullet, when I shoot the person will die. I premeditated. It all depends how the judge will interpret it.
Okay, it's not premeditated. Let me give you one more example, right?
No, but to say you have to know the person first.
No.
You don't have to know the person first.
You walk in a house, right? With your, let's say, just an example, right? Your wife. And then you walk in there, or your chamo. Let's say like that. And then you walk in there, right? She got another dude in there. And as you walk in, you met her in action. Your temper, when the next thing you talk about doing is to jump on this guy and you killed him. Could we say that was premeditated? And you know what to press him to die. You know where to hit him to die because, like Mr. David said, you're a black belt holder. And you went and did that. Should we say that was premeditated?
That's why cases are judged. Cases are judged differently. Cases are judged differently.
If I'm black belt holder, I'm gonna fight that man.
That wasn't a you can't say Tourette. Would that be a premeditated circumstance or situation?
If you black belt holder, he's gonna kill him, man.
If you black belt holder,
he's okay.
You get feeling, you got me a chamo with a dude, you get mad.
Mr. David is trying to manufacture his own definition
black belt
of black belt is not for one person.
Premeditated murder.
It's against the rules and regulations. You know about it that when black belt, get what Mr. True said, when you arrested the man, that's for your duty. The man already being handcuffed. You meditate in your mind. No, let me kill the man one for all.
No, you cannot do something and it can come out wrong.
It's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So there's
but I mean, the police officer, according to the police law, when you arrest somebody, handcuff them, they honor the jurisdiction of the government. They say you want to go step on them. They say you want to pee on them. They say you want to do anything to them.
We know
just
that.
Take them to the post.
Mr. David, thank you.
I'll put a man underneath the car and put my knee on your knee.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow, guys. Willing. Thank you for joining us.
And I'll be back tomorrow.
Don't come here. Don't come here.
Law enforcement officers.
Don't come here tomorrow.
And JLB will not speak until we tell you to speak.
Don't come here tomorrow.
Good night, y'all.